Welcome back to the Red Wagon Inn, everybody. We are here for session 2 of our awesome little D&D Let's Play stream, and I'm so excited to have everybody back for round 2. Thank you, everybody, for coming and joining us. Since we're still kind of new, I kind of want to do introductions for everybody one more time. That way everybody can still get to know us. And then we're going to talk about what we're playing for, who we're playing for, what we're giving away, etc. And this is going to be a fun stream with everybody. So my name's Rybonator. I'll be your dungeon master for this evening. I make dice and I make bad jokes. Jackie, who and how are you?
Hello, I am Jackie. I am one half of Moonbeam Menagerie. I make dice. I'm okay at jokes. And then I program. I make code in the job. So yeah.
Drew, who and how are you?
I'm good. I'm Drew. I'm with Dicey Encounters, and I make dice, and I voice act, and I make hot sauce, and I woodwork, and I could continue on and on and on.
I also jack of all trades things, and my new trade is I want that hot sauce. Bree, who and how are you?
I'm Bree, and I am behind Fortune Favors, and I'm also a social media person who has good words for Level Up Dice. Hopefully I still have a job.
Alex, give us the rundown.
Hi, I'm Alex. I am the crazy mind behind a whole bunch of the Level Up Dice new ideas that pop up all the time. And I currently am the dad joke pun guy.
The dad joke fun guy. Well, I will fight you for the title, sir. Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Red Wagon Inn. Grab a drink and let's hang out. We have a fun session in store for you today. One of the fun parts about it is yesterday I did a stream over at the Lore Forge, and we built the maps that are up for today's session. So if you got to check that out, you got to help choose what was going to be in the actual stream and session. I'm hearing some echo from people. I'm not sure how or why that's happening, but let's see what we can do to fix it. Let's try that. I think that might fix the echo. Ooh.
Is there an echo?
Is there an echo this time? If not, we'll say that was a special effect. We're going for a futuristic style.
Yeah.
They know that
we are. Yeah, we're
Murder,
all in
death,
different
kill.
rooms of Ryan's house.
That's what it is. They're just all next to me. I think I had the audio on twice. Now I have it on once, so I think it's better now. Forgive me. I'm trying to run it all on one computer.
Twice the audio, twice the fun.
Twice the audio, twice the fun.
I'm hearing much better, much better.
Like good.
Much better. There we go. Awesome. We have to work out a few. What is a new stream without a few kinks, right?
You have to have audio issues, right? It's like
absolutely.
rite of passage.
Absolutely. Streams and bedrooms are better with. Never mind. Let's get started as we get going. I want to talk about a few things. First off, one, I did not get to publicly thank Safi-chan, the artist who made all of the images last time for all of the specific characters. If you haven't seen Safi-chan before, she's absolutely amazing, and she's so freaking fast, it's crazy. All of the images of the 4 characters, so Zania, Tim, Summer, and Salt, all made by Safi-chan. And speaking of Safi-chan, she is going to be making art for each of our previous sessions last time, and so I get to actually show you some art that Safi-chan made, as well as some other fan art that people made from the very first stream. And the fact that we have art from the first stream is just bananas. So this scene, you may remember, was when Summer was disguised as a little halfling girl and was trying to sell Zania and Tim off to Keynak, or at least the guards that were going by. And this is just fantastic. So she's just so good and so quick. I don't understand how she does it. With that, we also have, I was Mike Tyson for a second, we also have a few other pieces of art I want to show. This one is from Bethany Shatner on Twitter. The first Lore Forge we had, where we were making Summer and Salt the characters, she was doing doodles of all of them, and I just thought that was so cool that she was kind of designing the characters before they were even designed, and she pretty much nailed the designs already, so great job from Bethany.
Dr. Tadpole on the bottom is my personal fave.
They're amazing.
Yes, we do have Dr. Tadpoles wearing a mask, as you should. We also have another one from Pocket Bacon 88. She is awesome. And she made this art after the stream, which was Summer and Salt pointing at Team, looking like they're trying to sell him as well. So I think it's now canon that Team has to be sold everywhere.
Look at what you can
happens.
fit in the ribs.
Stop that.
And then this is our professional artist rendering of the Penguin in the Hat, Penguin Von Cool from Drew.
Hey.
This is who pops out of Summer's hat every single time, and I love it. Somebody, Macho Pug said sell him. I hope you mean Team, because, we'll sell Team, but I don't know if we can sell Penguin Von Cool.
No.
See, people
Yeah,
will buy
right.
me.
They
People
haven't offered us enough yet.
And in
We'll see.
in other wholesome news, including penguins and whatnot, I want to give a shout out to two very special ladies on this stream, Susan and Sherry. And if you've never met Susan and Sherry, they are Drew's and Mai's mother. And apparently they watched the last stream and are watching some of the ones going forward. So,
I'm
look, Ma, we're on TV.
Hi, Mom.
We love you, Susie and Mominator.
Mominator. Ribomum.
Rybo Mum.
Right, Mom.
Rybo Mum.
Because I know we have Rybo Wife.
We have Rybo Wife, we have Rybo Mum, and we need Rybo Dad now. One day we'll have a little Rybo baby. Right.
Oh.
He will be an official Dice Goblin. With that, I think that's all the news I have, unless anybody else has anything. We're going to talk about what we're going to give away, and then we'll get started right on the stream. Anybody else? Great.
Good,
Love
good,
it.
good.
What are we giving away today? So we have 2 sets of dice. One, which we will give away for the first half of the stream, which I have right here. I forgot to put the image up there, but you will see it, and I will put the images up on the screen once we go to the actual main desktop here in but a moment, is a gold on gold set by Die Hard Dice. They sent it to me and said, give it away sometime. We don't care how you do it. Just give it away. And I was mad because I like gold on gold, and so it's hard to give it away. But somebody is going to win this amazing gold set from Die Hard Dice. They make quality dice, and I love them. But more importantly, we have another one coming from, not more importantly, equally as important. We have another set of dice coming from one of our makers here on this stream, Bree. Oh, as she has them up. I posted on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. I'm sure Bree has done the same or will soon, of the new dice set that you can win from Breeze. They are aptly named Owaysis, and based off of the city that they are in, and they are gold and purple, and they are gorgeous. So make sure that you stick around to be able to roll and take part in those awesome giveaways, because we got dice, and we're going to have more dice to give away for y'all.
They are the ones that I made on stream last week, just before we started playing.
Ooh, so you can actually have seen them be made. Fantastic. Well, I am currently playing with a set that I will be giving away in 2 weeks. I know Drew and Jackie have some other giveaways coming up next week. And we've got other stuff coming on, so please stick around for some
Hey,
more
don't
dice
curse these
giveaways.
dice, like we did last time. We
That's-
cursed those dice.
No, we were getting all the bad
Sorry
rolls
for the
out.
giveaway winners. We cursed them.
Right then. With that,
I don't usually play, I'm very particular about rolling people's dice before they get them. So can chat tell me, do you want me to play with the giveaway dice today? Because usually I would not roll them because they are someone else's. But if you want me to get some rolls in, I will play with them today.
somebody said, give us more curse dice. So, yes, show us how they roll. Feel free. This way people know if they want to enter the giveaway or not, if they're actually good or bad rolling dice, too. Go for it, etc. Don't roll a 1.
Okay.
They will be cursed. Love it. Right.
First roll.
First roll.
So, let's do a first roll, and let's get started on the stream. So, grab a drink, pull up a chair, have a drink with us, and let's start our new session at the Red Wagon Inn. But before we do so, what I like to do in my sessions is I have the players, and they've opted to include me in this now. Everybody's going to roll a d20. Lowest number has to do the recap from last week. If the player or person who gets the recap, who has the low roll, does a good job, they get a point of inspiration to use during the session. If I get the recap and I do a bad job, I get a GFY point. So that will be voted upon by the players. So everybody, roll your d20s and let's see who's got to do the recap.
14.
13.
Ooh, I got a 6.
6.
11.
12.
11, 12. All right, that's Drew, which is good because he wrote a whole recap on it, so it better be good.
Oh yeah.
Drew,
so.
recap us.
So last time, in the world of D&D, we started off in Owaysis. Owaysis.
Owaysis.
You know, words are hard. Started off in Owaysis. It's a desert-like area. Team and Zinnia were seated in the arena, watching this large red dragonborn named Keynak. Keynak had this magnificent spear that Team looked like he really wanted. And then Keynak brought out a whole circus full of different types of fun individuals, including 2 acro rats that were juggling multiple things, including, if I do recall correctly, an eyeball from a Goliath out in the stands. With that being said, came towards the end of the circus thing. A Yuanti Pure Blood was brought out, and Team and Zinnia had to watch as it was murdered. So with that being said, the rest of the circus went off back to the tent. Fade away over to the tent.
And Drew lost his audio. I don't know if that's just
Yeah.
for me.
Giving out gold.
Oh.
Summer took her 5 gold. Alt went to go take his gold and took 3 extra. A little bit time passes by. Boris, if I recall correctly, got a little angry. They tried to plan this whole escape while Team and Zinnia were headed towards the circus, making a plan to try and get these acro rats, help them steal a spear. Long story short, things came. The acro rats failed at distracting Boris. They got out. Everybody tripped over everybody, went running off to an alley. Made new friends. Went around an alley corner. Salt murdered everyone.
As rogues
With that
do.
being said, as rogues do,
That was my
they
title.
spared 1 person and 2 dogs. And with that, sent him on his way to hopefully become a pottery maker instead of an archer because he was terrible at archery. And they headed off to the Red Wagon Inn where they got a couple drinks. Made the bartender make a bet that he couldn't shoot an apple off the ceiling that Salt made him make. Team shot the arrow out of the air. They made a plan to go steal the nice spear later on that night. They went on down. Summer turned into a lovely, light-skinned halfling and tried to pimp out Zinnia and Team towards the guards. Otto went flying. We found out Otto's voice is Kermit. And now we have met Keynak, who has summoned both Zinnia and Team and Summer. Follow him up into his villa. How did I do?
Fantastic. I think that is going to be a one of the better recaps we'll have as things get more and more complex and you have to go further and further back. So Drew, or Team, you can take your point of inspiration. I saw some question in the comment. That's a good one, just to clarify. All but one of the players are a homebrew race for my homebrew world. Team is an unwilling, which basically means an undead brought back to life with no knowledge of his former life. The 2 at the bottom, Bree and Alex, so Summer and Salt, are rat folk, and they are from Down Under and circus people. Zinnia is the only canon, I guess, race with the Leonin from the Mythos, or the Theros book. So hers is canon. Everybody else is just a figment of Zinnia's imagination, as far as it is.
They're just my imaginary friends coming around with me
Yeah,
in the
Yeah.
desert.
yeah, exactly. Right.
Rats and bones.
Rats and bones. That's what Zinnia thinks of. She's bored a lot.
Huh.
So, as you said, when we last left off, it is maybe about 1 o'clock in the morning now. There's a few clouds in the sky, but mostly you can see nothing but the open, starry night. Most of the torches and braziers of the city have since been extinguished, and you can see stars as far as the eye can see. You all are However, contrasted by the burning beacon that is in front of you. As we made the map last time, I have an even better description of said burning beacon in front of you. You are at Keynak's palace. Around the pyramid-like structure with layers are 4 giant beacons of Gondor-esque flames burning around this palisade here, with a ramp of stairs going up to where he lives, which is a 3-story villa made of sandstone. It shines bright through the night, though all of you have dark vision and could see just fine otherwise. It does stand out amongst the rest of the buildings in the richer district of the Owaysis that you are currently in. You can hear the sounds of the rushing water going by in the canals, as being in the rich district, there are many, many canals with crystal clear, clean water going by, some of them connecting or seemingly ending right at Keynak's Champion's Palace here. Last time, as you said, Keynak slew a dwarf right at the top of his palace, or small palisade, not sure the correct term of it there, and threw him from the steps of his pyramid-like structure, and he rolled down in front of you before Keynak came down and drove his spear through his heart for a final blow. With that, Summer said that Zinnia and Tim were her gift to him, as Keynak asked the two of you if you were fighters. Zinnia said, for fun sometimes, and Team said yes. Salt remains hidden behind Team's big cloak as Keynak turns and begins walking up the rest of the stairs. Keynak, as he said it, says, come, as he begins walking up the stairs. What do you all do?
I'm gonna follow him.
Summer, in her halfling disguise, begins walking up the stairs behind. Team, Zinnia, Salt, what are you doing?
I look to Zinnia and I say, Zinnia, with my eyes. I'm saying this with my eyes. Zinnia, we go. Yeah.
With your eye sockets because you're undead?
Yeah.
Just
I'll
black.
stay as hidden as I can be.
Okay. If you're walking up, are you walking up the steps with them, Salt?
If I can stay hidden, yes. If not, then let me know and I'll find another route.
Sounds good. You can hide behind Team's cloak, but you are going up to what is essentially going to be an open floor plan up there at some point, where there seems to be even more light coming from inside this building. So if you want to continue to walk up behind his cloak, roll me a stealth roll.
Roger that. That's a nice roll. Good start.
You're a nice roll.
Oh, I thank you. That's 21.
21, solid. You all begin walking up the stairs, and just as you are kind of looking around to see what's going on and what's around you, there's the corpse of the dwarvish man down on the ground nearby, which doesn't seem to draw any concern. You can see some guards walking by in the distance as you see small torches and lanterns being carried off around the sandstone streets, and the scream of this dwarf was very audible. Everybody heard it, but nobody seems to care, coming from Keynak's little palace that he is in. As you go up the stairs, there are statues along the staired walkway and tiers. As you go up, Team and Zinnia, I need you to roll me a history check.
Ooh, yeah, we're really good at those.
Are you?
That's a 9 with a -1.
Oh.
That's an 8.
Good.
And I got an 8 with a positive 3, so an 11.
11. Fantastic.
Look at us go.
Look at you go.
Look.
These statues are unfamiliar to you. There are 4 statues going up. The first 2 at the very bottom of the stairs are much larger. And then there are 3 other sets of statues. It's the same person on each side. So as you pass a pair of statues on your left and your right, it's the same person. Go up another level. It's the same person on your left and your right as you keep going up these levels of this pyramid-esque structure. When you get to the top of the little level there where the stairs are, you start to hear voices chatter, what sounds to be like a lot more people than just Keynak. It seems to be a small group of people as you're walking up and getting further up there. Salt, unless you pause me to say otherwise, I'm going to assume you're going to still be standing behind Team.
Does it look like I can actually manage to stay behind him and not get noticed anymore?
Probably once you get up to that precipice, it would be a hard hard sell to be hidden behind his cloak, but there are levels to this little pyramid should you want to try and hop off and hide on one of the levels. Think the regular pyramids where they're made out of stone. There's a level, there's a level, there's a level.
Well, okay. Yes, I will try to hop off and
Sneak
hide
around.
as well as I can. Yep.
Okay. Okay. We'll continue with the stealth roll that you have as you make your way off to the side. As Keynak has gone over into the actual open air room as the rest of you begin to crest over towards the top. And I'm going to direct y'all's attention over to roll 20. And I'm going to move the screen for everybody on Twitch to be able to see what's going on roll 20. Whoosh, fire as things move off and over. So, down here towards the bottom, which I will move some characters around, Keynak himself has moved up and is standing towards the front of the precipice. Xenia, Summer, as well as Team are also up there, and we're going to say Salt. You hopped off right here on the little ledge. Now, what you see before you as you enter this open air room, these little black lines, FYI, are walls, meaning you don't know what's on the other side of them. The black lines specifically here on the corners are columns that hold up the second and third stories. There's hardly any actual walls to this building. It's mostly open air loft, open air loft, open air loft as you go up. Very thick stories, maybe 5 or 10 feet of sandstone being held up by these marble-esque columns. But once you crest over the actual precipice, you can see what once was a very Gerudo-esque or Middle Eastern style area of living to where down in the bottom here, this little section would have been pillows both on the backs of this lowered wall here and on the ground where large gatherings of important societal people may have gathered at one point in time to talk politics, to talk trades, to talk merchant deals, etc. However, when you now look into here, there are markings all over the sandstone of blades that must have come through here, very sharp, cutting through the stone as if great battles have come through here. There's blood-stained spatters across the ground. As well, there are what look to be combatants, like gladiators. I need another history check from Xenia and team real quick.
5.
5, solid. And
16.
16, solid. Team, you were far too busy looking at Keynak's spear that you remember. However, Xenia, you actually recognize the two elvish fighters in the ring, which would be over here on the bottom right of the ring. You saw them fighting in the pits earlier that day. They are all dressed in near gladiatorial garb, as well as a few people around the specific ring here, sitting on benches as if to watch almost a small personal gladiator ring within Keynak's palisade and home. Keynak doesn't appear to have much need for the pleasantries of an actual champion or merchant or ruler of any kind, but instead using his home to hone his fighting skills further. As you can see, the two elves at the bottom right, the two humans at the bottom left, and the two dwarves up here are all cleaning off weaponry and seem to be readying themselves once more. This blood spatter over here in the corner particularly has a bit more gruesome bits than you would currently expect. The blood seems to be more fresh than the rest, as the four people who appear to be more merchant or noble in status look to Keynak and the three of you as you crest over the precipice. As Keynak addresses the room, all eyes avert towards him as he says, "Fear not. We need not have a lopsided battle, for fate has brought us 2 more fighters for the pit. They can earn some coin here, can they not?" As a few of the nobles begin to do a very golf-like clap between Keynak's ring, as Keynak steps himself further down into the ring and gestures towards Team and Xenia and kind of does the, come here.
I'm gonna look to Team again.
I'm going to give a side glance and start moving forward.
Sounds
We'll
good.
follow.
Move yourselves accordingly. Summer, what are you doing? And Salt, you're able to hear all this. The level that you're down is maybe only 5 feet down from where you're at. It's not that you wouldn't be able to hear anything at all. However, this kind of different level prevents you from seeing what's going on. But you can hear Keynak saying, "We have 2 new fighters."
Do I gave bardic inspiration to somebody
I used it
recently.
already.
You used it. Okay. Summer is not. This was not what she expected to happen. She's feeling a little guilty right now, and she is going to pat Tiem on the back and inspire him. Just with a little whisper, she's going to say, "I'm sorry, but you'll be great."
With that, Team's actually going to look down into his chest cavity and say, "Ata, Ida Habib." And Ada's going to jump out of his chest and go curl up on the shoulders of Summer.
Ata hops right on out and over, its tail bony draping right across your neck, almost like a scarf, Summer, as you stand there. Ata, being a jackal, is roughly half your size, so this is like the equivalent of a golden retriever jumping over your shoulders and laying on you. It's very big for you, but still seems to...
But weight-wise, because he's just bone,
Just bone.
he probably weighs like maybe 6 pounds.
Yeah, not very heavy at all. It's kind of uncomfy, as if you were literally laying bone on your neck. But, you know, hey, he's laying there as soft as he can.
The final thing, Team will look back and say, "You keep him safe. That is my baby boy."
Does he feel nice to pat?
It's like bone.
Feels like you're petting sticks as it turns its head up towards you, and it, in this kind of ghostly cackle, just it whispers towards you. However, Team, you understand it to say, "Hey, thank you for that, lady. That's nice. I appreciate it." But it sounds very horrifying to you, Summer, as you ask, is he nice? And he whispers back to you.
Okay. I mean, I feel like probably I deserve that.
Salt, it looks like you're trying to move. What are you trying to do right now?
I'm gonna attempt to sneak around to get a better position, but you know I can never stay still.
Of course.
So if I'm okay while this is happening to walk around this level.
Yep, sounds good. You can move on around with no problem. If you want to remain stealthy, give me another stealth roll now.
I will. That's a 13.
13. All right, you feel that your presence is muffled. The fires feel like they're helping, and being at another level, there's no indication to you right now that you've been spotted, as it were. But you also can't see anybody up there, so you don't really know what's going on as you attempt to move further and further around this place. So another clarification for chat. Chat, you were all going to see whatever Team sees. Team is the one who is giving you the vision right now and currently. So whatever Team sees, that's what you'll be seeing. So if Salt sees something different, you might not be seeing that. However, I always can change that pretty easily, and I may have to, depending on how far Salt ends up going. And last little thing, I want to make sure that everybody... let's see. We want to do... That would say Shift C. That is what Keynak looks like. That is not my art by any means. Keynak is too good looking for it to be my art by any means at all. So let me, I want to make sure that I give credit where it's due to the right person. That is Thiago Amata on DeviantArt, made an amazing looking red lizard folk character. So just want you all to be able to see what Keynak be looking like. Great. Team Zania, you said you started walking down into the pit?
Yep.
Sounds good. As
Cucumber, man, cucumber.
take your first step down, Keynak gestures off into the corner up here, as if that is the place you were supposed to take. You do not have to necessarily follow that, but he gestures his arm off over to that side corner. Feel free to move yourselves about. Same with you, Summer. Keynak.
When
Oh, go ahead.
Nope.
possible, I'd like to have a peek over to see where everything is, because I've got no idea what it looks like up there.
Sounds good. So if you want to run across these stairs very quickly, you are more than welcome to do that. I'm going to very, very quickly edit to where people can see what you're doing, as I'm realizing that will be a major benefit to people to actually see what's going on here. So,
I got real nervous all of a sudden.
Fantastic. Great. Now you all can see what Salt sees as you continue walking around, and that should adjust and change the darkness there. So, Salt, as you move around the corner, you do notice there appear to be stairs behind this back wall here towards the back end of the map that lead up to the second level of this place. Right there.
Yep.
As you take your spots down in the middle of the arena, you can hear some of the noble folk begin chatting back and forth before Keynak walks out of the ring and stands next to the little disguised halfling of Summer as he crouches down and gets right in your face, Summer, as he says, "These are your fighters. What are their names?"
Well, their names are Trent.
Trent.
Trent, yep, he's in the ring. And they both are. And also, Roxy.
As
I like
Keynak
Roxy.
reply, "You studied on the names. Are they freshly bought?"
Yes. That's why.
Well,
And Roxy's not the one you think.
okay, you got me there. Let me write. I just wrote down like Trent and Roxy. Let me put a little opposite day symbol on my paper. Keynak's eyes kind of open and he says, foreigners, the naming conventions always confuse me. As he stands up back from the crouch position he was at, and he says, "Please, take your seat," and gestures to the bench next to you.
Did we hear that?
Roll a perception for me. Why not?
Ooh, 19 plus 5, so 24.
19.
That was a 4.
So, okay, so team, you feeling
I'm gonna
yourself
die tonight.
back in a small gladiatorial arena, you've done this before, but you didn't really want to have to come back here, are pretty focused on, holy crap, how did I get myself in this situation? However, Xenia, the adrenaline is heightening your senses pretty greatly here as you, with your cat-like ears, are able to hear what's going on between Summer and Keynak and the description she gives. You think for but a moment, Roxy, I like that name, before that is taken from your grasp, and you are known as Trent now as far as the arena is concerned.
Yeah.
I'll whisper and try to tell that to Tim without anyone else noticing.
Team, she kind of conveys what she just heard coming from Summer and Keynak to you.
Did she say she tried to sell us?
No. It's a story. It's a cover.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Why?
You're Roxy, okay? Roxy.
Roxy it is.
Roxy it is. I see Alex moving in the back. Alex, are you going to go even further?
I'm just keeping my ants in my pants.
Okay, pacing
Going
kind of
even
back and
further
forth.
beyond.
Love it. Right, as Keynak stands up next to you, Summer, and then kind of addresses the group as a whole, including you, not turning away from you per se, as he looks over and... Fantastic. We have champions of all races here tonight. The dwarven fellow who chose to yield will not bother us anymore. Trent, Roxy, I trust you know the rules of gladiatorial combat. They do not apply here. You do not yield. In my chambers, you fight and live, or you fight and die. Do you agree?
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. He looks over to Summer. You got yourself a goodbye.
Yeah.
Team's gonna look over to Zinnia and say, "Shit hits fan. You run."
Not without you.
Nah, it's okay.
Aw.
Oh.
I've already died once. I can do it again.
Just like looks and shakes her head, just like, no, that's not happening.
Fantastic. Again, Keynak kind of gestures you to the bench there as he's walking around back to his little spot here on the other side where there is one more bench. I'm going to give Summer viewership as well, and I probably will end up giving everybody viewership. That way everybody can see what everybody is seeing at all times, and we're not just limited to what team sees. I thought that would be a cool mechanic. However, we'll nix that for now. So everybody should be able to see what Summer sees as well now. And cool. Right. Fantastic. It works. We'll call it good. So, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see Keynak there. Keynak goes and sits down on the bench next to an elvish woman there. You can see in the group there are two dwarvish men, both with small hammers with giant broad heads on them. Down next to the dwarvish men are two human males, one with an axe and a shield and another one with a quite large longbow. Not great for this specific tight ring of combat. He might not be a natural gladiator by the looks at him. On the two on the right, these are the elvish men that you saw earlier. The elvish one with the blade is brandishing a great sword of huge might for his small elvish stature, and the one behind him doesn't appear to be brandishing anything. However, Xenia, with your history check, you remember this one to be using magic within the ring pretty fluently in combat.
Can you highlight which one it is? Sorry.
Absolutely. That would be this bottom right one down here. Would
Got
be
it.
the one that uses magic. Alex, we highlighted you. Are we wanting to move?
I pressed the wrong button and highlighted, but I will slowly make my way around the rest of it as well.
Sounds good. I love it. As you're getting a little bit closer, are you trying to go up the steps now?
No, I'm just going to do the full circuit at this level.
Okay, sounds good. By all means, continue. We will keep your other stealth roll then. Should you try and go up at all, that's when you need to let me know so that we can change and act accordingly.
Just had the realization I can use my keyboard to move my character.
Ooh.
Set up a macro so it continuously moves. That's
As
great.
you said it, I had that realization. Salt is not on the screen when it moves around on the right side. I will move the screen for those who need it. Hope that looks a little better for everybody. Great. Awesome. Thank you, chat, for telling me. I forget who said that specifically. Aurora Anima, thank you for keeping that up. Keep me honest. Right. So you all should be able to see everything that is currently happening on screen right now. You can see the little pit for everybody. Awesome. Neato. As Keynak sits down, the little dwarvish fella next to him, you can hear a conversation between the two of them in dwarvish back and forth. Does anybody speak dwarvish? Fantastic. Nobody knows what's being spoken here as Keynak and the dwarf speak back and forth for but a moment as the dwarf kind of cracks his arm. The dwarf looks over to you for just a minute, team, or Roxy, as we are now known, and pops his neck and walks back over to his other dwarvish friend here. As they turn and pull their weapons out. The other elves and the humans pull their weapons out and finish sharpening and moving the blades. Xenia team, or Roxy and Trent, they kind of look at you expectantly for a moment as you have yet to draw your weapons.
As they do it, I do it too. I take my spear out, and then they do a twirl, and then I get my toga and I start like cleaning it, make sure it's nice and clean for when I pierce their bodies, and then start to sharpen it.
Oh, love it.
But menacingly. I'm saying it sweetly, but Zinnia's really like,
Ooh, roll me an intimidation actually if you're doing it very menacingly.
Oh, okay. Don't fail me. That's a natural
Ghost.
20.
Nat 20. All
I was
right.
about to say she goes straight from Yeah, I fight.
I am a lioness. Don't mess with me.
Literal claws come out.
Literal claws. As you begin twirling the spear around, you take both hands and do a varnish as you smack it on the ground. And yes, a very lioness kind of roar like comes out of you. As you can see, the humans that were kind of looking your way, the one with the bow particularly, had his stance kind of aimed towards you very briefly before he turns and affixes his gaze towards the dwarves on the left.
Yeah. Crack my knuckles. Just yeah.
Kind of pop that neck there.
Yeah.
Team, brandishing your weapons, what are you doing?
Team is leaving it to chance. B is going to be bow and arrow, and Dead B is going to be longsword and shield. So let's see.
B and
What are we
Dead
doing?
B.
Sword and shield it is.
Sword
He's
and
going to pull
shield.
out his longsword with the Anubis head, and then pull off his hide shield.
As you pull out your ancient Scorchian longsword with the kind of very Middle Eastern or Egyptian look to it, you can actually see the two merchants nearest you all whisper back and forth. You can hear the male one even at the distance you are. There's not even a need for perception. They talk to you as if you're animals, as if your opinion doesn't matter. The man leans over and says, "That sword is ancient. It'll break the first time the elf strikes him with him. I'm not placing my coin there." As he raises up his hand, and Keynak says, "Yes. Let the betting begin. Who wants to place coin on who?" As several of the wealthy merchants and noble folk there start raising their hands. I'll place 50 gold on the elvish folk, 20 on the dwarf brothers. A kind of round of bidding goes back and forth as
You mean I get to miss out on the bidding?
you can make yourself known.
Mr. Sneaky Sneak.
I would like to put forward somewhat of an unusual bet, if you would grant me that, Keynak.
As Keynak is grabbing the coin from the partner that he has nearby, he says, "What is your wish?"
Well, I'm sure you're very confident in your victory, but I would like to bid the ownership of your fine weapon upon your defeat.
He kind of looks over at the rest of the nobles as they all, in a hearty group chuckle. Even the gladiators at this point have stopped worrying about the fight and all kind of turn to look at you. The elves actually turning all the way around, looking at you and look at you with utter confusement as Keynak holds up the spear. "You think that these beautiful lives are worth that of my son's spear? No, you are mistaken, little one. I will not be making that bet on the lives of these mongrels."
Well, if they win, won't you be dead anyway?
You mistake me. Were you really sent here to bring fighters, or did you just happen into the wrong neighborhood? I'm looking for people to travel with me, fighters. Are you wanting me to fight? Because I will gladly fight your champions if that is what you wish. As he kind of stands up and pops his neck and his backs. As a few of the dwarvish fellows, they kind of back away a little bit, very much not wanting this to happen.
Yeah, okay, I misunderstood. I thought you were ready to fight. That's okay. In that case, I'm sure that my champions will succeed. And so, what is the prize? Is it that we travel with you?
I'm looking for travelers to join me at Redcliffe. I want to have a fair showing in front of their great arena. I want to put a ticket on that will appease the gods, the new and the old. Keynak will be a name known by every building, every noble, every peasant across the land, and I want gladiators worthy of my stock to die at my feet at Redcliffe. your champions, should they survive here, might get a chance to face me then.
I see. Well, in that case, I'll confidently place 10 gold on my champion. And please forgive my misspeaking.
He looks over at the elvish woman next to him, who kind of gives him a shrug. You can tell he has a deeper connection with her than the rest of the people around. You're not sure what that is right off the bat. He says, looks back at you and don't let it happen again. 10 gold on each of your champions. Wager their odds at stronger gladiators that live here. We'll say 3-1. How that?
If that is what you are willing to pay, once they succeed, then that is fine by me.
3-1 it is. Take your seat. Let the games begin. As he kind of sits back down on his little benchmark right there, gathering up the gold from everybody. He does walk by you and grabs your small coin purse of 10 gold. When he comes back over, you can see the table over here on the right is where he throws all of the gold from the bets at any time. As he throws the coins down, you can hear the clanging of other metals, weaponry or otherwise. I knew Salt's character was going to go flying over there. Salt, give me a perception check. That was so quick.
I'm a little rat. Perception is at +1, 18.
18. You absolutely do recognize the continuous sound of, that would be 5 different coin purses landing on top of the table there. Some of them much larger than others, some of them smaller. But you do hear the continuous clacking of coins on the table as you, from the very first one, begin to make your way over there. But after you continually hear more, you're hiding under the little ledge there, one of the stone blocked ledge, and you continue to hear coins stack up as your mouth actually begins to salivate just a little, just a little bit, just a little.
A little.
Are you wanting to do anything, or
We gotta wait till the combat starts.
Sounds good to me. After the last pouch of coins is thrown over there, you can see the wealthiest of the group seems to be the one standing or sitting next to Summer currently, as they threw up quite a bit of coin, betting on the elvish folk right next to them. So, with that, Keynak sitting on his little bench right there, spear sitting next to him. He kind of leans forward, hands under his chin, and looks expectantly at the gladiators as they all brandish their weapons and hold them upright. The 2 elvish folk look you all directly in the eyes and the eye sockets, Zinnia and team. For Keynak looks around, a kind of a pregnant pause in the air as everyone waits like a gunshot about to go off. He picks up his spear, and the metal clang against the stone on the ground does resemble that of a gun strike as it echoes through the city. And I need everybody, meaning Team and Zinnia, or Trent and Roxy, as their new gladiatorial names would give them away, to roll me an initiative.
May I also roll?
Me too,
Ooh, if you would like to, yes, please. Let's get everybody to roll an initiative
All
then.
right, I'll take
It's a good roll.
Okay,
it's
okay.
22.
Yeah,
Ooh.
let's see. That's a
21.
17.
1721 from Salt. 17
That's
from
a-
Zinnia.
That's a 14. from
Okay.
Summer.
Roxy takes the lead.
Roxy takes the lead. Let me do a couple quick rolls here. Ooh, they're slower. Oh, they're
Immediately
super
like
slower.
throw down my sword and shield and just like
Hug me, brother.
let's be friends. We can take him down together.
Fantastic. With that, as he clangs the spear, all of the gladiators begin charging forward. First up is going to be Team. And I'm going to change the music to that of an arena fight.
Go team.
Up,
Go.
up, 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 up. Oh, you got the longsword. Might as well. I'm going to. no, it's not working. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, 30. Right here, right around the corner.
Ooh, heading around the corner. All right.
I saw that dwarf eyeballing me.
He was, in fact, eyeballing you. Are you just moving and holding steady, or what would you like to be doing?
Yeah,
an
because
action?
yep, I'm holding steady there. Actually, can I hold my action, or do you do it with movement as well as holding action?
You can hold an action. So you either move, you move on your turn, but you can hold an action. And your action can be to, like, if they step, I move and attack, but you, like, commit to what you do whenever you hold that action.
If the dwarf gets within range of me, I'm a chop.
Kachop. I like it. Kachop if the dwarf gets within range. Right then. We'll pause you there as you hold an attack. Salt, what are you doing?
I would like to peek up and see if there's anyone that's looking in my general direction.
Sounds good. Being that this is 5 feet tall and you are a 3 foot tall rat, however, you do have climbing speed. It's not really a problem for you as you just climb right up and over. Roll me a perception check.
Whoa.
4.
That would be a 6 in total.
A 6. It doesn't look like anybody's looking over your way currently. It seems like most people are right down at the gladiators currently. But I'm going to need a stealth roll now that you jumped up and over the side.
That's a little bit better. So 15 plus stealth.
15 plus.
20.
20. Solid. You quickly, as you jump up, you're quiet like a mouse. As you jump up over to the side, you look around and you still don't see anybody directly looking at you, though you can't be 100% certain, but you feel like you're all right. What are you
I'll
doing?
end my turn.
End your turn there?
At the moment.
Sounds good. Right. Then let's go down as it is the Elfie boys' turn. First up, first serve. The human people are a little preoccupied, but the big elvish man with the greatsword is going to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. He's going to run right up to Xenia. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Sure.
As is the more magic one. Actually, the magic one is going to dash and get their way up there so that they are right next to you currently. And the big one is going to take out his big giant greatsword. Do you speak Elvish at all?
Yes.
Ah, fantastic. Then in Elvish, he begins to shout out, "Foul beast lioness, slay before my blade," as he brings down his giant old two-hander in an attempt to cut you down. And my first attack roll of the night is a nat 1. So with your intimidating flourish, you take your spear and block his blade and stick it right down into the ground as you growl right back in his face.
Back in Elvish, I'll say I don't think so.
Ooh, loving it. Right, that is the Elfie boys' turn. We're going to go to your turn now. What do you want to do back?
All right, since they crowded me, I'm going to go ahead and cast... I got real nervous all of a sudden. Okay, we're going to go ahead and... Thunderwave.
Thunderwave, ooh.
Con save 13 on both of them.
Con save 13. Let me see what I got here. Okay.
Ain't got nothing.
Ooh.
Ain't got nothing on my girl.
Ain't got nothing. So...
Yeah.
The one who has the sword now in the ground that you push down there actually uses it almost like an anchor as he holds against the giant blast of thunder. However, the magic one is blasted pretty heavily against it. Being that it knocks you away, the little area that you're in is actually only like 3 feet tall. So we're going to say that it actually knocks him up and over rather than the 10 feet back up onto the little area up here.
All right.
How much damage is that?
That is 12.
12? Holy crap. That wizard boy, and it's none on a save, correct?
On a failed save, on successful, half damage.
Half, okay.
And not pushed.
Sounds good. I was thinking
And I
cantrip.
I was
Not
worried
described.
for nothing.
Yeah,
Okay,
please
so,
give me the description.
As Xenia goes like, I don't think so. and she like calls upon her god's power to imbue through her veins. You see that lightning-shaped scar on her right hand, on her right arm, starts to like glow and becomes like glowing from the inside white, and then just she just releases it, and her eyes get white, and it just releases through her body and pushes them back.
As this kind of basically really dicky dwarf yells at you like you're a monster, your scar glows white as you roar out in this lioness roar with a thunderous bellow to it from your god. He's able to hold his ground, however, the other one does get knocked up with the giant thundery roar coming from you. Fantastic flavor. Great job. You still have your movement and your bonus if you'd like.
All right. I'm gonna go to attack of opportunity. I'm going to. So if I leave, he's gonna get attack of opportunity. So I'm gonna stare him down. I'll deal with these two. Yeah.
Love it. Let's go down to the human boy's turn as the first one here runs up to attack the first dwarf, smacking him once with the axe, missing. Again, a nat one. Ooh, solid rolls for me tonight. As the elf, or not the elf, the longbow one there is not going to fire at y'all as Zinnia scared him away, and he's going to fire to the dwarf next to him. A solid hit this time, doing a sizable chunk of damage into that dwarf there. So, as the longbow fires in close quarters, still longbow, very long arrow as it hits into the dwarf's shoulder as the dwarf cries out, "Ah!" And tries to get back up as it's going to be Summer, your turn.
Okay. I am going to. So who looks the beefiest? Is it this dude that's up at Trent?
Up against Trent the lioness.
Yeah.
He looks to be the most formidable, would be a good way to put it. He has very nice looking armor about him.
All right. Well, I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers in Elvish, and I'm going to hum him a little tune. He's going to need to make a wisdom save.
I'm going to need you to do a sleight of hand to see if other people notice you casting this spell.
Absolutely. 17 sleight of hand. Oh, no, sorry, 18 sleight of hand.
18.
And it
You
is
said in Elvish, correct?
Yes, only he can hear the melody, but there is a visual component as well.
What are you doing on the visual side?
I kind of want to tuck it in and cast it as subtly as possible.
Okay, just
So,
kind of hand up
just kind
to
of
your
like-
face.
Just kind of weave my hands like I'm jamming out.
You're very lucky then that there is no vocal part that other people can hear, as that could have caused some bad problems there. However, you think that your efforts appear to go unnoticed. Now, what save do I need on the Dissonant Whispers? Whizzies.
Save.
Your DC is
13.
13. He is barely able to make the Dissonant Whispers save.
He still hears it, and
Okay.
it's, "You're so shit, my lion's gonna fuck you up," and he's gonna take half damage. It's not as terrifying as I'd hoped, but it's
Down
still
under whispers.
hurting. Yeah.
I love it. Absolutely. So what's the damage then?
Oh, it's 3d6.
Oh, all right.
So 5, that's already halved.
5. Oh, man, that is a low roll. Oh, that's already halved. Got it. Sorry.
Already halved.
I heard
was
it
10.
backwards. Okay, cool. As you begin to whisper in Elvish, "You're so shit. You're so shit." As briefly, after the roar from your lioness friend, he turns around and says, "Father?" As he begins fighting back with Zinnia one more time. Anything else you're doing, or are you just trying to nonchalantly mess with the combatants?
I'm just trying to blend in to the shadows more than I usually would.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's go to the dwarvish folk as This one here moves over to the side. This one does his best he's going to take the attack of opportunity. He needs to get to that archer who just hurt him because that was a no bueno. He does get hit. Yep, fantastic. So he is going to take another chunk of damage. That dwarf already looking not bloodied, but definitely hurt a little bit. He's going to pound into the archer twice with his 2 hammers that he has there. Both of them hit. So that is solid chunks of damage coming out into the archer fella. You can see that this dwarf is very, very upset at the arrow coming out of his left shoulder as in Dwarvish he yells like, and slams into him with the other hammer, almost breaking the bow with the first hit, but you can see a few teeth fall out of the skinny human male there off on the side. This other dwarf attacks twice into the one with the shield, a crit and a not a hit, but the crit basically makes it so that they are both a hit into the human there with the shield and the axe, and with that crit goes right up against the shield, and much like Eowyn, Eowyn, as the Witch King hits her with the mace, you can hear the shield almost like splinter under the hammer blow from his mighty dwarvish hammer, as the man is holding his shield, but you can tell his arm is bruised and battered, if not broken, underneath. Right, that is going to be their turn. We're going to go back up to you, team. It's your go.
Oh shit! Didn't realize this guy had hammers. I'm gonna pop back around this corner and get next to this guy.
For those of you unaware, the unwilling have a vulnerability to bludgeoning damage. So team's weakness is a Louisville Slugger.
And I'm gonna attack this elf guy.
Okay, good call.
Like,
Go ahead.
As I run up, like, and I look over at Zini, I'm like, you good? All right, so that's a 16 to hit.
16 barely misses as your longsword comes down. The force of the blow from Zinnia's thunderous roar actually kind of slows you down as you're not able to make it as you come over, and your sword doesn't make the exact impact that it wanted to. It hit. He has very
I'm gonna
thick
look at him
armor.
and say, "Focus at me."
Very provoking. I love it. Are you going to use any bonus action?
Just to tell him,
Focus at me.
focus at me.
Sounds good. The roar from Zinnia will be contested by the focus at me. As it goes down to Salt, it is your turn.
I am in a conundrum because my instincts are telling me to take the gold, and my little bit in the back of the head saying no, it's probably not a good idea to take it. So I'm currently combating my internal instincts.
What do your salt
So
and ratfolk instincts tell you? What does your character tell you?
It's telling me that I need to figure it out for another 10 seconds. So I'm going to pass my turn.
Pass one turn. Okay. As you're standing there, give me another stealth check then.
Not really standing, behind the chair.
More. It still could be standing. You're very short.
True. Plus 5, 15.
15. Okay. The fighting continues, and you can see the noble people that you're able to currently have sight of are all very, very concerned or focused on the fight below. You can even look at Keynak's face as he is currently looking down at the dwarvish contestants nearby. You are possibly in his peripherals, though, based on where he's looking, so it's something to be careful of. Right.
How close am I to the weapon?
To Keynak's weapon?
Yeah, and
Keynak's-
is he not watching it at all?
It is right there next to him, sitting basically right next to the bench that he is on.
Okay.
I like where your head's at, though.
Well, I do have a hat with me at the moment that definitely would fit a spear.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh. Oh, did you take her hat? Oh, you did take her hat, didn't you?
We didn't plan this at all.
No, not at all.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Sneaky. I completely forgot. Right, let's
There's a
go
reason we're
to
twins.
the elves. So back to them. The magic looking one here kind of does the hero throw himself back up on his feet. You could tell he's a seasoned fighter, though that one thunderous roar already was enough to cause him some serious issues. As he jumps back down into the pit, we'll say it was very parkour style as he does it. He does a somersault, and his hands begin glowing with blue electricity as he tries to grab your spear from you, Zinnia, as he is going to do a shocking grasp attack on you. Are you wearing metal armor?
Nope.
Ooh, then he does not make it. That is a low roll. As you try and grasp the spear away from him, he goes and reaches for it, but that stupid flourish coming off the side, an amateur move, as you pull the spear away and kick him up against the wall as he's unable to do anything else with the rest of his turn. Big Sword Boy, though, he would like to focus on you, team. However, it was just very much insulted right back in Elvish, so he is going to have to attack the lioness with his big giant sword. Ooh, man. However, he is not having a good time. That is another nat 1 on my side.
Because you guys are sheep.
He's going to use an action surge and try and hit you. Let's see. This time he does connect. So let's see. That is 10 damage coming your way. The great sword pulls up, this time back in Elvish. He kind of tricks you. He's like, then feel my blade, as he feints with it and pulls up with the pommel and just boom, pommel smashes you right in your lioness snout there. It does not feel good at all as
My
you
nose
begin to
starts to
see
bleed a little
stars.
bit.
Yeah, exactly. Right, that's the elves' turn. Zinnia, back to you now. What are you doing in reply?
All right. Well, that made me mad. Ooh, okay. I'm going to see if, okay, she's mad now. She's like coming off of the thunder, wide eyes, and her lightning scars kind of toning down now. And so she grabs the one in front of her, and she's going to cast Inflict Wounds.
Ooh, the greatsword one or the magic one?
The great sword one.
Ooh, I like it. Is there a save for that, or is it for you to hit?
It's for me to hit.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, come on.
Very hard snoot boot.
Okay. Ooh, that's gonna be a 16.
To AC, oh, just barely misses. Same thing with team's hit. As you, he boops you in the snoot. As instead you try and mimic what his friend does and reach out and grab his sword and flow necrotic energy into him. But it's just not enough. You actually are able to grab his sword, but before your energy reaches through his blade, he pulls it away in a furor, knocking team back just a little bit before team regains his balance and rejoins the fight. Just not quite enough.
Okay, and then she's gonna see that. She's like, and she's going to, as a bonus action, cast Spiritual Weapon.
Ooh, loving it.
Second level. And then she's going to do...
Actually, pause there for a second. Spiritual Weapon's not a cantrip, correct?
No.
Okay. You can't cast 2 spells at the same time, regardless of them being bonus or full action.
Okay.
You can cast a cantrip and then a spell if the cantrip is not like an attacky type spell. It's kind of confusing. So you can't do Spiritual Weapon and a spell. You could attack and then do Spiritual Weapon, but you can't cast 2 spell type things in the same turn.
Got it. Then that is it.
Okay, sounds good. With that, so next time, no big deal. I can always tell you that. I should have told you that ahead of time just to make sure that you knew, because you may have chosen a different action. Right after Zinnia's turn, we're going to go to the human boys down here at the bottom, as this one with the longbow, not really appearing to be one for gladiator combat, is going to try and run and get as far away from this dwarf as he can. Attack of opportunity. Hits as soon as he takes one singular step away from this dwarf. The dwarf actually pounds into the back of his ankle, causing him to break and fall over. And the dwarf takes the other end of the hammer and just blows this guy's skull wide open on the ground. As this, what must be almost like a farmhand with a bow, is defeated in front of this dwarf here. This other human, not seeming to care that his friend was killed, definitely saw it, must have no connection to him, begins attacking the dwarf directly in front of him. does connect, doing a sizable hit with this Viking-like hand axe right into the shoulder of this dwarf. It is a nasty blow and not something that you want to hit by, or you'd want to be hit by yourself. Right. Goes back to the dwarves. Now the dwarves, basically, they double team Big Daddy Human over here with the shield and the axe. This one, already fresh with 1 kill, is going to try and attack twice again. Hits both times. Let's see. That is not quite enough to bring it down. Very, very close, though, as the other one also attacks twice with its hammer. Not able to make it through, so the human is still holding on, though very briefly, as it smacks him twice right in the kidneys from behind. He's able to hold his shield and his axe from the blows from the one directly in front of him. As we go to Summer. I realize I skipped Summer before going to the dwarves, but I don't think that that has any major play to it. So let's go to Summer.
Okay, so Summer is going to see those dwarves working together, and she's going to stand up and walk over to the edge of the arena to where they are, which is, how far can I move?
Make sure everybody can see you on stream.
30 feet, I think.
Yeah, they can.
35.
35, even better. Yes, so Summer is gonna get up and walk right over here, and
Love it.
she's gonna yell into the crowd. Yeah, we can see how well you work together, but why don't you fight each other? And cast suggestion.
Ooh, roll me another sleight of hand to see if people notice that what you're doing is a spell.
That is cocked. Just give me a second. 10. That's not great. 14.
14, okay. All right, sounds good. As you can see the other nobles sitting around, all being very quiet, very peaceful, watching this as if it's a business transaction unfolding. The halfling-looking woman who literally runs across as this fighting is going on and says, "Yeah, well, why don't you fight each other? How about you try that next time?" As you cast suggestion, aiming it largely at the two dwarves there. What are the saves?
I can only cast it on one.
Oh,
so
I was
I'm
thinking
just
mass suggestion, correct.
Yeah, I mean that would be tops, but I'm just gonna cast it on this dude right here, and it's another wisdom save of 13.
This one, being that your turn was supposed to go beforehand, we're just going to say that the other one hit. We'll call that a my bad. I'm happy to take a GFY on that one since it was an error. And at any point, the chat can say, "Go F yourself," and I can have to re-roll a roll. That's my current GFY tally is 1 for me. So if I mess up, I'll take a GFY.
Right, that is correct. You actually have one from last week as well.
That's true. I do have the other one. My current tally of gaining is 1. You know, I messed up on that. I should take another GFY.
Just got bound.
Chat reminded us that you had one already.
Fantastic. That's true. Right. So I do have 2 GFYs. So if the chat ever sees something coming up that they want to say, like, "Hey, no, I want y'all to succeed on that," tell me to go myself, and we'll make that happen.
You have the power, chat.
You have the power. Right. So you suggest onto him as he turns towards you. You're not quite sure your words took home before he looks back over at his friend. He's like, "Aye, she's right. How about you and I fight in the ring this time?" As the other one's still fighting with the human. He's like, "What are you talking about?" As the combat begins.
That actually goes until the action's complete. So he will continue fighting
until they're done.
He can't do it anymore.
Fantastic. I love it. Right, back to the top of the round. Team, it's your go.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're going to red. Team's gonna pop up behind this dude and stab.
Stab. Do the stabs.
Stab. It was a stab with a long sword. More of like a slash.
Slash stab. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. So at advantage. Come on, alchemical gems and lemons creations. All right. So plus 3. So that's an 18.
18 does connect. Through his thick elvish
The
armor.
right dice. Wow. Okay, that's 6 slashing damage.
6 slashing damage as you take your sword and do a stabby slash, basically going through his armor and then pulling the blade back out the side. Very traditional for your curved type of blade, trying to rupture as many organs as possible. Finding a small little hole in his armor there as he's pulling away from Zania's necrotic damage. That's when you choose your time to strike, and whoosh, a big splat of blood goes flying. We'll say creating this blood splatter here on the ground.
Nice. Quick question for you. You
answer.
made a mention of cantrips that aren't attacks as possibly bonus actions. Is that a thing I would be able to do?
Yeah, I mean,
Or
you
does it have to
can
be a bonus
attack with
action?
your sword. It still has to be a bonus action to do it on your
Gotcha.
bonus action. But if you attack with your sword and then have a bonus action cantrip, you can do that.
My turn's done.
Conversely, to say again, just to make sure that we have the rules right, you can attack with a weapon and then bonus action and cantrip, or you can attack with a cantrip. So say you have Firebolt, which is a full action cantrip, then you can do a bonus action regular spell. So if you have bonus action heal, so like Healing Word is a bonus action, you can cantrip and then Healing Word.
So just per se, I wanted to use prestidigitation and throw some sparkles in Magic Man's face. Is that a thing I could do?
Is it a bonus action?
I don't think so.
Then no, but if you want to do it for flavor, I'm always welcome.
Okay, cool.
Right. So a GFY, as chat seems to be asking, is a go French yourself, meaning
Go yourself.
there we go, the bleep effect. It is a way to get a disadvantage rather than advantage on an action. Inspiration is you do something good. GFY is if a players get it, it means they actively effed with something that was set up and I'm mad at them, so they take a GFY. I get it when I mess up or chat says I deserve one, which I'm sure will happen very often. Right. No, it's not a PG chat. We can totally say whatever you want.
Only if you're speaking Ratfolk Aussie can you say fuck.
Right, yeah. Because that's the down under language.
Fuck is just, it's just part of every. We teach it to our children.
You do.
It's stories.
Right.
So, by the way, Alex and I are both responsible parents. Our children only their occasion.
100%.
Son, you're a man
But
now.
you're also Australian,
You're 2.
so it's allowed.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Let's go over as it is Salt's turn.
All right. I am sneaking up next to the spear
Oh,
and then using Summer's hat to pop the spear away. And then if everything goes smoothly, I'll use my bonus action to get the hell out of there.
okay. Move yourself where you want to attempt this. Crawl kind of under the table, then over. Try and reach around the
believe
corner
that's
and grab his
next to
spear.
me. I can't really see very well, but I believe that's the I'm at the block next to it, and I'm also next to a wall.
Correct. So roll me a stealth to see if you're noticed coming over there.
Using your die, Brie.
Ooh.
24.
24. Quiet as a mouse, pun number 2 of the same thing as you crawl under the table as quickly as possible. But as soon as you hear the dwarves yell at each other, "Oi, all right, how about you and I fight this time?" You take that as a sign like, all right, it's time to go. People are going to be distracted as you head on out and over. You see the spear and Keynak eyes ever glazed over at the dwarves there as you reach over, take your hat off, and literally try and hat trick the spear into your cap. I need you to roll a sleight of hand.
You got this. You can do it.
All right. That's a 10.
Oh. Well, let me do some
Oh.
rolling.
I have got
Oh,
expertise in
Oh,
sleight
no.
of hand.
Oh
But,
no!
This is about to be a thing. Gonna
Oh no!
have to
So-
murder Keynak.
Keynak rolls a 1. However, the other person from across watching over here rolls enough to see. As you do hat trick the
I believe
spear.
chat is GFYing though.
Does he-
Oh,
does
is the
he-
chat GFYing? Oh, that's a good point. Let's see.
My bad.
Oof.
Chat
Oh,
bros.
love it. All
Chat
right.
rat bros.
One more shot at it. Know that it's a 10. It's still a roll number or low number. It's still high. That's a 14. Are you going to use your other GFY on it? I'll let them decide if they want to use their
We can get away with
second
it.
GFY. Or you could still try and get away with it. Absolutely. I'm hearing yes, do it, yes, nah, yes.
Yes, yes.
Do it, GFY
Oh
times
no!
2.
It's like
Nah.
split.
Oh, it's so
It's one-
split.
How about we leave it to
Yeah,
the
it's pretty
dice?
split.
Leave it to the dice. Call it high or low then, Alex.
Oh, I was gonna say even yes, odd no.
Oh, okay, yeah, good point, good point. You roll it for us, Jackie.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
I trust
Okay.
your honor.
Okay. That's a 16.
Even as yes, right?
Yeah.
All right,
Oh.
let's
Yep.
do another GFY then. Trust me, you all will earn them in their right time. That's a 7 with no bonus.
Yes!
Clip it.
Good
All
job.
of GFY or all of the GM's plats can be laid bare in front of you and be destroyed by GFYs.
Yes.
Oh, this is an
Oh,
interesting system.
God.
Oh boy, do I
Oh.
love that I implemented it.
I'm sweating.
Salt,
Me too.
you literally hat trick whoop, a golden spear into your hat
Into Summer's hat.
quietly into Summer's hat. Currently in your position, but yes, Summer's hat as you whoosh down. It makes no noise as it goes into essentially a bag of holding and a hat as you're sitting there next to the corner in the middle of combat.
Of course, a penguin sticks out and has a quick breath.
You still have
Trying
some movement
Trying
and
to avoid getting impaled by a spear.
you still have some movement and a bonus action. Your action was
Yep.
to do the thing.
I am getting out.
Okay. Are you dashing as...
No. So I will use my. Well, I can use the rest of my move, and I can use my bonus action as another hide, just to be double sure.
Okay. Yeah. Do an extra hide on there.
Yep.
Fantastic. Okay. So continue to do the rest of your movement and roll me one more stealth check. Oh, that chick said completely derailed my plans 2 sessions in. Sorry, Rybonator. Look, Frodo got the One Ring session 1, so makes sense that we
Yeah.
would get the Sun Spear.
Stealth.
Give me that stealth
That
roll.
would be a 19.
19. Okay.
14 plus
We're
5.
still not done yet.
We
You
are.
gotta get out of the pit.
We don't know this is happening, right?
Right. Salt, you think you're pretty good to go. All right, let's move on over to the elves' turn. Elf
Summer
here.
and Salt just disappear.
Gone.
Bye.
That's a good question. Summer, did you see that happen?
Let's see. With
guess-
Summer's passive perception, she does not. Summer
Well,
has
even
no
if-
idea that happened. As
She's too
she's
busy on the dwarf.
she's actively working on the dwarf thing, so she's not actively looking around. Right. Let's go to the elves' turn. Magic Elf here, again, is going to shock her up and try and grab your spear one more time, Zinnia. Again, not wearing any sort of magical armor. The dice are in y'all's favor tonight, let me tell you. As once more tries to grab at your spear, and actually does do so, but you've fought like this. You worship a god of thunder. You just let the spear go for a second as the shock shocks the spear, and then you grab it back once more away from him. As he kind of curses in Elvish under his breath, he goes, "Fuck, Quarion, kill her now!" As he tries to force a small ball of magic towards you, but that'll be in his next round. As the one with the giant sword. He looks back at Team and looks over at Zania. Team is the one who just hit him most recently, so he is going to attempt to attack Team one time, not
on me.
listening to his friend. Focus on me. This time he does connect, so that is going to be...
And that's with an 18?
Yes, with your shield.
Okay.
Okay. That is 9 points of slashing damage as his great sword. He turns very quickly and tries to cut you in half, but your shield is far too quick for him as a loud boom echoes throughout the chamber. This is right when Keynak turns and looks over as something gets stolen from him. As it is, let's see, that's going to be... He's going to move over here. Right there. That's going to be the end of the elves' turn. Let's go to Zania.
All right. So she's looking a little bit hurt. So she's gonna go and cast that. Ooh, does she want to do it? Yes, she does.
Oh,
She's
of
gonna-
course.
Spiritual weapon as first the bonus action. Get that out of the way.
Do it.
All right. So she's gonna pray to her god and then a tiny a storm cloud with like. And like thunder and lightning coming out of it.
Ooh.
It's gonna appear. Let's do it right in front of her, so in between her and Team.
Oh, love it. I'm looking for a spiritual weapon icon right here and right now.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Give me a
so
description. You said a thundercloud. What does the weapon look like specifically?
The cloud? Can it not be a cloud?
Do you want it to be a cloud? Absolutely. It totally could be.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Let's go
But
with that then.
it's like a dark gray one that like the lightning is like coming from within and
As
you can
lightning
feel a little
do.
static when you get close to it.
There we go. There's a small puff of lightning right there. Or
Yay!
little cloud right there. Just found it right off Google.
Cool. Wow, that was quick. Okay. So it's gonna go ahead and make a melee against the. Let's do the elf, the magic one.
The magic elf. Do it.
Yes. How hurt did he look?
It's pretty bad after that one thing. You like knocked him into a concrete wall and he flipped up and over. He's not looking too good.
Let's do it. All right. So spiritual weapon is gonna hit him. That's gonna be a 21 to hit.
21 does absolutely hit.
Okay, and then it's gonna be 1d8 plus 3. That's a 6 plus 3, 9 points of.
9, as he grasps your spear and forces lightning into it, you show him what a true god of thunder and lightning can do as you summon a cloud, which, as you said, begins to cause the hair on everyone's arms, not yours, Team, rise up around as a small gush of lightning strikes into him, and you can see the lightning on his hands begins to shock him, and very much like a cartoon, you see quickly come right over his body as you can see the skeleton inside him as he falls down dead on the ground.
We matched for a moment. Winning.
I still have my action, so I'm gonna go
Yes.
ahead and then, as that happens, I'm gonna spin to the sword dude with my spear, and then just like look him in the eye and said, "Your turn," and I'm gonna try to hit him with my spear.
Ooh, I love it. Do it.
All right, the spear. There was no spear weapon, so it's just gonna be javelin stats.
Okay, there should be so javelin
Is
is a D4, correct?
D6.
Okay, there is a spear weapon that is a D8 to my knowledge. But we can go with javelin for now. We'll check that later. That way we don't waste time. We'll do a D6 for now.
All right.
Could be
it's gonna
wrong.
Plus 4 to hit.
Do it.
Ooh, that's a 10 to hit.
10 does not. As he cries out in Elvish for his friend Nywayan, as he blocks your spear with his giant two-handed sword. Your spear not quite having the punch it wanted, mostly because you're overjoyed in how well you are using your magic to slay your foes over your spear. So you're not as focused currently.
Okay. And that is it.
Right. It goes to the human's turn. As the human now possibly seeing an opening here to not get destroyed by these two dwarves, he's going to take a step over, avoiding this other one, who does not attack of opportunity him. His focus is on his other dwarvish friend here, as this human will attack the dwarf next to him. Again, solid axe blow connects right into him, doing a sizable chunk. That dwarf in the back not looking very good now, the one who talked to Keynak before, as he's got an axe blow right into both of his shoulders there, blood coming down his chest profusely. let's go to Summer.
Okay.
Oop.
Okay. Summer is not stressed. Summer doesn't know what's happening, does she?
Has no idea on the thievery.
Okay. Oh dear.
To be fair, the DM did not know what was happening until it happened.
Okay. So they're kind of fighting amongst themselves. I'm gonna move around here and take a look at this human type person. He was looking pretty ill, wasn't he?
Yes, he and the dwarf next to him are looking bad, but he is particularly on his last legs here.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery. Oh
Okay.
no, that they'll know that I'm casting that, won't they? Because I'll yell an insult at him and then he'll die.
Please die! As he falls over and dies. Who did that? Who?
Who could it be?
Can I take an action to look around and see if I can find my brother?
Yeah, you can roll a perception.
And sorry, that's 21.
That's what he won. Yeah, that was above what he rolled last time. So at first you look down here over to the bottom, expecting him to have come up from that direction, and you don't see him before you hear the pitter-patter of rat-like feet, which to others basically sound like nothing, almost raindrops, but you recognize it instantly as you see your brother there clutching the hat, crawling under the table as he, like, you both lock eyes for half a second, like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna give him bardic inspiration. I'm just gonna like whistle
Okay.
at him. Trying to seem like I'm, I don't know, just whistling like. Bree can't whistle, but Summer can.
Fair enough. Roleplay, you know.
Yeah, well, like, you use your imagination about how cool that whistle sounded.
Yeah, of course. Very good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give him inspiration, and I'm just gonna like keep an eye on Salt as best as I can, and make sure that no one else knows where he is.
You whistle what is your kind of familiar ratfolk whistle to let you know, like, the game is on, and it's just a nice little ditty. To you, a very beautiful melodic whistle. It sounds very spicy and old, if that makes sense. As you whistle up into the air, as Salt begins to make his getaway.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Anything else you're doing?
No, I gave him inspiration as well.
Right. It's a D6 right now, correct?
It is for now.
Beautiful. Dwarvish turn, as the first one there who gets hit by the human, he looks over at his friend, he's like, what are you doing? Kill him! As he reaches over and he's like, oh, I'm gonna kill him, all right, as he runs over to attack his friend. And as Keynak described it, brother, as he bashes twice into the hurt one there. However, his brother knows his fighting style and uses his hammer to block both of his, and he's like, stop this now, as he is going to take one bash at the human and one bash at his brother who's fighting back at him. So let's go once against the human. That is, I even used a different dice, another nat 1, followed up by a 2. This one is cornered and not having a good time. I'm just letting y'all have this campaign. You can do whatever you want.
Are these the ones
with
that
it.
you're giving away, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get all the bad ones out. These are ones I'm going to give away in 2 weeks. So, you know, I got to charge them up so that they get better over the next 2 weeks.
I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing, but I've been rolling pretty decently on today's giveaway dice. So hopefully I'm not like getting all the good rolls out for you.
Somebody, let's see, Lusham suggested that these be my GFY dice that I have to roll for whenever y'all use the GFYs since they're so bad. Cursed dice. Right. That's back to the top of the round. Team, it's your go. Your friend has just slain a magical elf next to her.
Good job. He's going to move over. Going to get behind this guy and he says, I told you to focus on me and then you hit me. Why do you hit me? And then he's going to hit him again.
Beautiful.
Hey, that's a 17.
Exactly what you need to hit.
Perfect.
Finally.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's an 8. And
8 total.
slashing on a D8, and I get a +1. So hey, that's good.
Oh, so is it 9 or?
No, it's an 8.
Okay, gotcha.
Don't listen to me.
Got it. As this time, I told you to hit me. What'd you hit me? As you take like the inner curve of the blade, seeing that he has very thick armor, and basically try and bash him with the inside of it right in the kidneys to knock him over. As he's focused, fighting Xenia and you back and forth, kind of cornered in and of himself, it's easy to get this blow into him, but not enough to knock him down fully. A solid hit, though. Anything else you're doing?
Yeah. I'm an action surge.
Ooh, do it.
And I say, oh, that was not enough. Hey, that's a 15 plus 3, so an 18.
18 does hit.
I'll take it. Come on. And that's an 8 plus 1. That's 9. Slashing
9
damage.
happens to be exactly what you need. As you take your blade and you push it right up to his neck as he's about to slice into Xenia, as he pulls his arms back, you do the thing where you grab the back of his arms, which is very hard to pull when you're going like this, you know, as you pull the back, as you say, "There's not enough for you," as you slack him once right in the neck, causing as he falls down into the ground. He speaks out a word in Elvish. No way in. We were supposed to. As he falls dead onto the ground.
The last thing that team's gonna do is kind of like push him while he's trying to get this last word out and say, "Shush, Xenia, are you okay?"
And then as he says that, I'm just gonna look down like, "Told you were next" in Elvish, and then I look to team and I'm like, I could use a little healing. How are you feeling?
Let's finish fight.
Yeah. And then turn to the rest of the fight.
Beautiful. You have your movement you can still be doing, team, if you want now, since you action surged. Well,
I'm
not
gonna
since, but-
stand around this corner. And can I use my bonus action to switch to my longbow?
Yeah, absolutely. You can free action swap. You just
Okay.
can't swap twice in a round.
Gotcha. Then I'm actually gonna finish my movement and actually go right here. And I've got my longbow out.
Nice. As you walk back over to the edge, back up against the low wall, which comes right up to about your hip, you stow your sword and shield, and in one quick motion, practiced over 100 years, you pull out your longbow and knock an arrow.
And that's it.
Beautiful. At the end of your turn, Team Salt, it is your go. As you have the hat in hand, you see your sister sees you, and you hear the familiar old spicy-esque song as you try and crawl your way out from under the table.
Awesome. So I'm going to attempt to get down the ledge, back into a better hiding position. While I'm doing that, my instincts, I've tried to control the whole time, but my tail's going to try to nab a pouch on the way out.
Okay.
On the table.
Okay. You are within range to do that right before you do so. If you're going to do
That's
that,
what my rat would do.
I'm going to need a stealth roll and then a sleight of hand again.
Alrighty, we'll start off with stealth. And we're taking the bardic inspiration straight off the bat.
Good call, good call.
Okay, so stealth, we're looking at 3 plus 5 plus 5 is 13.
13. Okay. Now roll your sleight of hand.
Uh, 24, so I definitely got that bit done.
Okay. Sounds good. As you, with your tail, very quickly, you grab a single bag off the top. You grab what seems to be a small-ish pack of coins, but definitely glad that you did grab it. However, as you do so, you hear them jingle a little bit as they come off the side of the table. You're not sure if anybody caught you or not, but you might want to get out of there.
Straight into the hat.
Straight into the hat. Oop. Okay.
Yep. And then I will one turn.
Sleight of tail OP.
Sure is, and I'll end up there.
Absolutely beautiful. Right. Sleight of tail, indeed. That's wonderful. Love it. As you finish your turn, let's see, this one here, yeah, stands up and walks over this way. Elves don't have a turn anymore. Zinnia, it's your go.
Right. Sorry, I was distracted reading chat. Why did team go in this direction? Is he going after something?
He's got his longbow. He's just got his back up to the wall.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna... Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna stand next to him. I'm gonna have my cloud follow me. Probably be, like, in front. Like, in between these two blood splatters.
Do it.
Gonna
Love it.
stay there as, like,
Oh,
a
yeah,
little
I gotta
guard.
control it. 1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
I can. I tried.
There we go.
And then...
We'll make you a spiritual weapon at some point.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna, like... I just have my... I found spear, by the way, in D&D Beyond. So I'm just gonna hold the spear and just... Can I hold my action?
Yeah,
See if
absolutely.
Alright.
What are you holding it for?
Anyone trying to come at us?
Okay. If they run to you, you will make an attack then.
Yes.
Love it. Right. End of your turn. It goes to the human's turn as he is going to take another chop into his dwarf. Now that he has a fellow dwarf ally, he is thoroughly enjoying himself here and able to do a lot more into him. The dwarf at the top there, looking very, very bloodied, hardly standing up at all as he takes another chop right into the side of the ribs. As he, brother, help me, reaches out for his companion's hand. Summer, it's your go.
I feel bad. I feel bad.
You should. You made brothers kill each other.
No, I know. I mean, they were gonna have to kill each other anyway, weren't they? Probably not. That's probably not how it works.
I don't know.
Okay. How I want to keep an eye out and see how the people near the table reacted to my brother getting a little bit handsy.
Keynak and the elvish woman appear to still be very focused on the fight.
Okay. Awesome. Good to know. I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers. No, actually, I'm gonna hold an action. I'm gonna hold an action to cast Minor Illusion. For when I'm prompted to do so.
Okay.
Is that enough information?
Now I'm gonna need a little bit more.
When I'm prompted by Salt to use, if I hear a whistle coming back at me,
Okay.
I'll cast Minor Illusion to create a puff of smoke.
Okay. Sounds good. I like it. Right. So you will hold your action for that. Let's go down to the dwarvish folk. You also have your bonus action if you were wanting to do anything before you hold your action.
No, thanks.
Sounds good. Right. Dwarvish brother is going to try and finish off his dwarvish brother. He crits. That's enough. He only had 2 HP. As he reaches up, brother, help me. As the other one drops one of his hammer and just boom, pommeled right into the head. Both Keynak and the human man next to him are covered in bits of blood, brain, and skull as they fly. Keynak doesn't really seem to react to this. It's just part of the life at this point. The human, though.
Keynak probably like his tongue comes out and just like...
Just a quick little lick, mid-afternoon snack, or midnight snack. The human, however, reacts in horror. And not only the human reacts in horror, as soon as the dwarf... he suddenly looks at his blood-covered hammer and his brother's caved-in skull. He's, brother, what have I done? No, brother. As he is freaking out, no idea why he chose to do that. As he's going to see. Okay, yeah, still no idea. Not a very bright guy. As it goes up to Team's turn.
Team's gonna notch the arrow. And we're gonna fire a shot at the grieving dwarf.
Do it. I love it. He is currently grieving pretty hard. You have advantage on this shot as he is not
Okay.
reacting or moving at all.
First roll was going to be a non-nat 20. Yep, non-nat 20 it is.
Hits.
Got it. Go. So that's 4 plus 3, so 7.
7 damage. He, as he's in the middle of fighting, grieving over his brother, suddenly shot by a longbow. He looks over at you and down at his brother. He says, please, end it for me. What have I done? As he sits there on the ground, begging you to
Do,
continue.
boss.
What else are you doing?
Just letting him know that I'll gladly end him.
Gladly, no problems. Right, it's going to go to Salt. It's your turn.
All right, so I'm also gonna hold an action now. I might as well tell you what we have planned and install. Basically, when Keenan notices his spear's gone, he
Keynak.
expects he's gonna be like, Keenan, what the heck's going on? And so, at the right time, someone will summon some assistance to help find it, and I will appear in a puff of smoke
You will appear in a puff of smoke.
that comes from her minor illusion.
Right, just making sure I'm kind of clarified on this one. So
Yeah.
we'll have, as soon as you give me the old spicy-esque whistle, we'll make it happen. And as soon as he starts noticing something. Sounds good to me. I like it.
Otherwise, I'll just keep staying hidden.
You're going to stay right there? Okay, cool. I can hear you. I assume you said yes.
Yes.
Cool. Awesome. Right. We will go... Yeah, we'll just go down to the elves, which was when this guy moved last. As he's going 1, 2, 3, 4. And walking over here and heading continuously closer to Summer and the rest of the group. It's going to go down to Zania. It's your turn.
All right, she's going to go ahead and move the cloud 20 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, right there, and she can't really do anything after that.
Okay.
And then she is holding, so team said, basically intimidated, right, saying, I can kill you if I want to.
Oh, the guy basically begged for death, and team said, okay.
She's gonna stay near him, and then spiritual weapon has a 60-foot range, so she's probably gonna step forward just like 5 feet to make it sure she hits the 60-feet range to try to get close to these two with the cloud.
Okay. Sounds good. I like
And
it.
holding. Yeah.
In case they come at you.
Yep.
Right, it's going to go to the human's turn. He, kind of seeing what happened and seeing this one here begging for death, will choose to do the same thing that you're doing, team, and give him the glorious death that he's asking for. As he takes his axe down and chops it right at the neck of the dwarf, which is enough to take him out. As he... brother, as the axe, like an executioner's axe, though you know it by looking at it to be like a Viking-esque woodsman's hand axe, comes down as he holds up his shield and tries the best he can to sidestep the little cloud there, not wanting to be hit by it. He's not really sure what it is and does, but he knows he doesn't want to be near it as it goes down
Not
to...
very fair, friend. He asked me to kill him.
Oh, shouldn't have gone in the fighting ring if he didn't think he could win. He pulls his axe up and over, and he's like, "You two, lay down your arms now, and I'll kill you quickly."
If a skeleton could smile.
Skeleton could smile. Zinnia, he's also talking to you there.
Telling you to put my weapon down. She's just like, what? No. What?
Bitch, please.
No,
Yeah, for
you're gonna
real.
die. Right, it goes to Summer's turn.
I'm going to make my way over to this gentleman
Mm-hmm.
who seems to be watching
Mm-hmm.
and say, quite a fight.
As he kind of looks back at you. Yeah, did you hear something over there? I thought I heard coins.
I heard the calls of the fight. I'm quite the entertainer. You may have heard me whistling, and I'll kind of try and mimic the sound of coins into a whistle as best as I can.
Ooh. Roll a performance check.
Okay,
Or if
okay.
you have a spell that you want that can make sound, you can also try that.
Yeah, I'll use minor illusion on top of my whistle.
So you basically make the vocal movements of just kind of moving out, but it sounds exactly like a slot machine that hit the jackpot, like ching, 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 coming out.
I'm somewhat of a performer.
What? Roll a deception with that then.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, fuck yeah. 25.
Ryan,
We have broke the DM.
I got another one.
All is lost.
Oh,
This dice is
I
sitting
rolled-
out.
I rolled an 18 plus 7, so
Oh no, Ryan.
I'm breaking out the gold Die Hard dice that we're giving away. I gotta use them. The ones I'm using just ain't working tonight.
I'm running out of dice.
I'm running out of dice.
this is gonna be like giveaway versus giveaway dice.
Right? Oh man. As he goes, I never understood those halflings. As he turns back around to return to his seat. Oh man, what a night!
Virtual high five to my sister.
Virtual high five. Yes. Oh, that chick. A very statistically unlikely night. Okay. So, as it goes down, back to team. It's your turn.
I'm going to pop right here. And I'm going to draw back my bow. And I'm gonna shoot him.
Thunk. He is heavily armored and with a
19
shield.
plus 7, so I'm gonna assume that hits.
Yes, you are far better with a bow than you are with a blade. He holds up his shield ready to block, as he is a solid tank. Big, heavy armor, big old shield, and a threatening hand axe. Describe your kill.
Okay.
yeah.
So while looking at this guy, he's all beefed up and everything like that. Does he have any face protection?
He does not. He's me. He's bald and he has a big old beard. Kill me.
Oh, okay. So I would assume he probably has a shield like up where his eyes are just over the shield.
He does.
Yeah. And so I'm gonna draw back the bow. Nia might notice where my painted on tattoos might start to glow just a tad. As release the arrow out. And watch it just kind of do that like wobble in the air and straight into the eye socket.
As Zania, you've seen this before. You've seen your companion do killing. You're very familiar with it. The tattoos on him begin to glow. What color would you say that they glow?
A very faint blue. Like he's not activating his
Abilities.
arcaneness, but it's enough to where he's focusing.
Suddenly, just enough to basically cause a distraction for him to lower the shield just a little bit to see what's happening with the glow. As soon as he does so, you take that mark as the arrow flies right into my eye socket as he falls down, unable to make a sound, dead center of the medulla oblongata. This guy is
I'm gonna
out.
keep my bow out and re-notch another arrow.
As you ready it, as a few of the nobles loudly groan as if they have just been very disappointed by a pet of theirs. Keynak, however, looks over at you all with some admiration, wasn't expecting that arrow to make its mark where he's holding the shield. As the one talking to you, Summer, looks over and says, "What? Shit, it's over? I missed it? I was talking to you!"
Well, it's how the dice roll.
Bloody hell. with that, the thunderous cloud next to Keynak, almost sounding like arena-like applause nearby, the fighting stops, and the just sounds of the night and the running water nearby and the fires begin to rejoin as Keynak stands up tall and looks over at you two and says, well done, well done. You truly have brought amazing fighters, young one. As he kind of looks back over to Summer. With that skill with the bow, it seems the sword and shield were wasted on you. You should be using the bow. And you, Lioness, where do you hail from?
Was it Sunset Mountains?
Yes.
Okay. Sunset Mountains.
Good. You eager to return home, then? We'll be heading that way. Heading to Redcliffe.
If I could just have a few moments with my champions, I think that it is best we tend to their wounds before we can be of further service to you.
Very well. Do what you will. I will collect the coins.
Okay, we'll catch back up with you about those coins momentarily. After you, champions, and I usher them as quickly as I can, circus memories coming back to us straight out the door.
I was gonna say, so like we could probably notice that same like flight instinct in her eyes, maybe.
Champions, just like before, we must speak, basically, yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
like, let's get the hell out of here.
actually, Team and Zania, roll me an insight to see if you do kind of get that from her.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
As-
green dice. 14 plus 5, 19. 21, 19.
All right, give me 1 second. I gotta get back to my skills.
It would very
Yeah,
much
Oh
be
yeah, it's a plus 0.
Inspiration as well.
It's a 17.
solid. Yeah, you definitely get the same sense of urgency from her voice before when she came out of the tent and was like, "How about we go? How about wouldn't it be great? Let's just talk for a moment." As
And I
you
glance over to
both
Zinnia.
catch up on that. You both run up the stairs with her then?
Oh yeah.
This one returns to his seat. Summer, you also walk on over here. As you're walking away, you suddenly hear, Keynak, where are the coins? And we are going to pause for a quick little break right there, as we're going to take a 5 to 10 minute, let's say it's 8:57. We're going to come back at 9:05, so 8 minutes from now. And right when we come back from the break, we're going to do the very first giveaway. And Bree, I didn't see which one. Are we giving away your set of dice first or the Die Hard dice?
We are giving away Fortune Favors set. Yes, so which is me. Yes.
There you go. Your set of dice. We're giving away the Fortune Favors dice. So if you want to
your dice,
earn those
now can
Owaysis
have
dice,
retribution.
come on back. Yeah, and I'll give away mine sooner just to get them out of my house.
These are sufficiently charged, so they're ready to go, and then that'll give you the second half to charge up the Die Hard dice.
Beautiful.
Or-
Aged and everything.
All right.
So at 9:05, when we come back, I will be closing those entries for that giveaway. So make sure you get those entries in now
Type
by exclamation point Lud.
boom, exclamation lud. We'll see you all in 7 minutes, and we're going to continue back to find out what the heck happens from Keynak in the table. And we are back from our little break. Thank you for chilling and hanging out. And I think it's time that we actually finally go ahead and do the first giveaway of the Fortune Favors dice. So roll it out. You've got like 1 minute left. Make sure you get your last little bits of your exclamation point Lud in so that you're entered for the giveaway. And Bree can send you some awesome looking dice. So go ahead and put those in. Bree, how long? You give us the countdown. Got like 1 minute?
Well, what did we say? We said
We said right when we
05.
get back. So
yeah. All right, well, let's do a countdown. 10, 9, 8,
8,
7,
7.
5,
6.
4,
12.
Honestly,
3, 2, 1. I don't know.
Boom,
It's closed
dice,
now.
give them.
It's closed now, but we do need a drum roll. I think Drew can hook us up with the drum roll, right?
Oh, hit us up with it. And
That
don't
sounds
worry
like
if
it
you aren't able to enter this giveaway. We are having another giving away this night too. So give us that drum roll, Drew. What do we got?
Think Creative.
Think Creative
1999.
1999 has won the set. Congratulations, Think Creative.
Oh, they were waiting for you. You said you were vibing with Miss Summer. They were coming for you.
Oh, did they say that?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Congratulations,
Congratulations.
Think Creative.
You won.
Woo!
Yay!
Congratulations.
You won. There you go. Bada bing, bada boom. Awesome.
Do we have
They're
an image?
amazing dice.
Do we have a what?
An image?
I can pull one up, and then I will say yes as soon as I pull it up.
If we don't manage to get it up here, they are on my Instagram. So
Boom.
it's Fortune Favors.
We have it right there. Look at those beautiful
Look at those.
looking dice.
Wow.
Aptly named
Gorgeous.
Oasis, correct?
They are named Owaysis, and there is plenty of gold in there for you, Ryan.
Love it. Love it. Fantastic. So great job, Think Creative 1999. We're going to party like it's 1999 with this party as we continue.
It's an 8-piece set as well, so you've got advantage and disadvantage dice.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I didn't even notice that. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Stepping it up.
Well, we have another giveaway coming in 2 hours with a gold on gold set from Die Hard Dice. So make sure you stick around for that one. And we will do that one towards the end of the stream. So make sure that you stick around to enter, and we will continue with the story. Right. Everybody good to go?
Yep.
Too bad if you're not, because Keynak notices something is going on here. As Keynak comes over and says, "Where are the coins? I thought there were 5 bags here." So he turns and looks at everybody. "You all paid your coins, right?" As he points at everybody. Summer, team, Xenia, what are you doing?
Hell out of there.
Just keep going towards the door.
So,
Pretending we didn't notice.
oh, you're going to start walking downward.
Mm-hmm.
As he points and looks. Let me see. I'm going to roll perception on him. All right. As he's looking around at everybody. What's up?
We'll let you guys fix it up, and we'll come collect our coin a little bit later.
Oh, you say something then. All right. Then he does notice. As he points out.
Oh no.
Damn, I'm so
As
sorry.
he says, no. Wait. Hold on. Whose purse was this? As he holds up one of them as the elvish man next to you is like, that's mine. And he kind of goes down and he holds up a big coin purse as they all kind of share their hand. And then the one that would be over here on the right side says, "You didn't show my purse. I know I gave you mine." As he looks around and says, "How much did you put in the pile?" I put in 100 gold on the dwarves. He looks.
I mean, really? Everyone else's purses are accounted for. You're really gonna be that guy? Really? You be that guy?
Roll a deception.
I'm actually going to help aid in that by looking over and said, "Where is your honor?"
That's a nat 20, baby.
Ooh. Yes.
That's what this set that's growing out, isn't it?
Think creative. You got a good set there, buddy. I broke out the new dice just to not have low rolls anymore, and rolled a 2. So that's just how tonight's gonna be, isn't it?
Sorry.
Beautiful. As he goes, "Really? Did anybody else see you put your coins over here?" She goes, I thought you came and picked it up." Keynak, and I'm not showing the map on there as we're all just kind of doing this of the mind now. You don't really need to see. As Keynak walks over to the elvish person that was on the right and stands up over in front of them and says, "I don't remember giving any coin. You either pay me now or I'll end your life." She says, "I will not pay a coin that I have already given. I know that I paid my 100 coins, Keynak. Do not insult my honor." As Keynak looks down, he holds his hand out. He says, "Carrion, my spear."
At this point in time, can I do the opposite of what the two wonderful acro rats usually do? Be the one pulling people away, like down?
Oh, are you pulling him down? Summer,
Yeah.
Zinnia,
Trying to
you
get
are
out
getting
of there.
pulled down the steps currently as you are going down quickly, very quickly, as team is pulling you down. As you hear a female elvish voice, where did you put it? Keynak turns and looks to the side. Now, none of you can see anything that's going on as they are up on this little precipice. You hear some muffled voices before you hear the most blood-curdling scream as it sounds like a dragon breathing out in the night as it echoes through a now quiet city. You hear the first voice of the elf that he was standing next to. Keynak, no, this was not me. I swear I pet. As you all are running further and further down the steps and running away, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop disguise self as well, so I look like Summer again.
Okay,
And I'm gonna grab Scurry out of there.
You rat flurry out of there. Salt, where are you currently? Or you're there with them? I
I'm
saw
with
you on
them.
that part. Great.
I'm probably booking it ahead.
As all of y'all are
This
booking
way,
it
guys, this
away,
way.
you hear a horrible screech, a female wail. I can't really do it, so it's you hear one. Before again you hear out one more. Where is my spear? Spear. As the town is deathly silent, you start to hear, no, Keynak, no! As you start to hear more and more scurrying on the top of that specific platform there. You can hear some guards running your way. As you see those two familiar lizard folk, green lizard folk guards running as you're going one direction, they're coming back the other way towards the keep specifically. They see the four of you all, two rat folk that they did not see before, and Team and Zinnia running away from Keynak's palace. What are you doing?
As they're passing, I'm gonna say it was dwarf tried to steal.
He's gone mad. They've gone mad. They're trying to kill everyone in there. Someone's taken their spear and they're going ballistic.
Trying to kill Keynak.
Both of you roll a deception.
You still have bardic inspiration and inspiration, Drew.
Oh, I'm gonna use it.
You used your bardic inspiration, didn't you, Drew? Oh, no. Alex
No, I
did.
used
That's
mine,
right.
Yeah.
Oh boy. What is your inspiration, Ryan?
What is my inspiration?
Dice wise.
To reroll.
Advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's advantage, basically. You get to reroll.
It's
If you
advantage?
are at
Okay.
advantage, you get to reroll both dice.
All right. Then I'm gonna use that. Is this at advantage or no?
No, this is just regular. You and Summer running, and oh no, this stole from the top.
Deception. Bah. God. That is a 15.
15. Summer, what was yours?
11.
11. They got a 9, as they say. In Keynak's palace, run. All of us run. They do not run up to the palace to help. They run away,
Yeah, let's get out of here.
afraid of Keynak's
good.
rage. As you all they bolt off separately into another alleyway, trying to get as far away from Keynak's palace as possible. As you all begin just booking it through the streets, you start to see lights, candles, torches lighting up inside people's homes. At this point, it's like 2 a.m. And Keynak's roar would be like a chicken in the morning, cock-a-doodle-doo in a way, or the horrible screeching sound. Even from behind you, further, again, you hear more screams coming from the top of the palace. You actually hear a small elvish voice yelling out, Keynak, no, I'm your friend. It's just, you hear silence, nothing yet again. As you're running that way, well, let's see who has the Zinnia with your passive. As you're running, you look back towards the palace and you see the fires raging, barely a silhouette from the top of the palace. Keynak has taken somebody and has thrown it onto one of the giant Minas Tirith braziers as it knocks it off the side of the palace as the fire tumbles, burning down into the streets below, hot coals and embers scattered throughout. The tree that's nearby begins to go up in flames, as it's probably a good idea to continue booking it.
Go.
As we're running, I daptly hand off the hat back to Summer.
Summer,
And
Zinnia, team,
go ahead.
you all probably have made the connection by now. However, you didn't see Salt before, and Summer seemed to be ready to go prior to this. So obviously, as players, we made the connection, but as characters, you start to make the connection as well. Whether you had or
This
hadn't
spear
already.
better be worth it.
So there you go. Now you really
As
make the
we're
connection.
running out of breath, just like, did you get it?
Did I get it? Have you met us?
And,
So as he's running, he's gonna grab a little coin pouch, and he's got his all the money he has, 35 gold. Slaps it down as they're running to Salt.
Salty holds it out. Your tail very quickly, sip, right out of the air, right back into your pocket. 35 gold, a solid payday.
Added.
Fantastic. As you all continue to run, you have never been in this noble district before, other than this time, right here, right now. Where are you wanting to go? Are you wanting to hide? Or are you wanting to try and book it back to the inn where you were in before? What are you wanting to do? I need to know.
before we do anything, can I grab Penguin Von Cool out and hold on to him so that I don't have to remember to breathe as we're running?
You very quickly, and for those in the chat who don't know, we have a living talking penguin in the hat as you boop, literally plop him out, and like a plush doll that you're attached to, begin running with him as he, Salt, what are you putting in the hat without warning me, man? You almost hit me with the sharp end. What is that big ugly gold mess?
Well, you're out now, okay?
As he's
I need you
being
to be
carried
very,
like a
very
little
quiet.
doll.
Von Cool, you've got to just shut up, okay?
All right. I'll keep it shut. As he takes the stick out of his mouth, and as you're walking, like drags it on the ground, pretending to light it. As he, all right, I'll be cool. Don't worry about it. We're still with them. All right. As he looks over at Zinnia and Tim. All right. It's cool, I guess.
So we can't go back to our house. Do you guys have a plan?
As you're all still running while talking.
Realizing that I am a skeleton and I have no lungs and I'm not out of breath, I look at them very stoically. Just like, yes, we could go back to the inn.
Would we want to, though? I mean, we could be connected there.
Or we could leave this town. Go off into the night.
Is there any?
Do
Will
you
we have
think
any friends in the city after being there for a little bit, or like?
Well, let's see. Roll
Can I
a
roll
history
for
check.
friends?
Yeah,
Roll for-
Team and Zinnia, roll a history check.
Okay. Or like a
Rolling for
different
friends.
inn, maybe. I don't know. I just don't. Okay.
You
That's
don't want to go
15.
back to the same inn, basically?
I mean, like, we're kind of obvious, right? Like a skeleton and a lioness. You know, I don't want to be connected to places.
You see those groups all over the city. What are you talking about?
No, and we were seen leaving the scene of whatever's happening, just in case.
Okay, what were your rolls for Team and Zinnia?
15.
So you see, I am a vagabond, and I do not stay anywhere too long.
As
I rolled
you're
a 5.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. So what are we talking about? A 3 or a 4? Yeah, Team, actually, you were very freshly out of the games. You don't really know anywhere. Zinnia, while you were kind of helping him and watching him here in the city, you've had to stay in a few different inns. You were not ever holed up in any sort of gladiatorial area, so you've stayed at a few before. There's not only the Red Wagon Inn, there is the... not the Red Wagon, sorry. Any of the inns in the world always have color, object, or animal in the world, just as a clarification. So we've got the Blue Saber Cat Inn, which you've stayed in before. It's a much more rough-spun part of town. Good chance you get mugged just for sleeping there, but you know it could happen. There's also the green. What's not the ostrich? Not I wanted to say orchard, but ostrich. The green ostrich inn as well. It's a little bit higher class. You'll have to pay a little bit more coin to stay there, and you didn't really stay there long. Didn't get to meet many people, but you do know of its location and could make that happen if you so choose.
Okay. I relay the information to my team members. We have the sketchy place or we got the nice place.
I think we can afford the nice place. Or what's closer?
Where do you think they're gonna look for us? The
You're
nice
on the
place?
nice part of town currently.
Look,
I have a feeling we should get out of this area, just in general.
You are currently actively walking and getting out of the area. But if you're wanting to say, like, I don't want to stay in anywhere super nice, then that's also a good point to be made.
I think we should go sketchy, guys. I mean,
I feel like we would fit in sketchy.
let's
Yeah.
rough it up.
Yeah.
Chat saying sketchy
Where you-
too.
Summer and Sod are usually the ones doing the roughing up at that location, right?
Yeah, we'll be fine.
No worries. We'll just post the penguin outside the door. And nobody messes with Penguin McCool's friends. All right. With that,
Never.
Zinnia, you know that, okay, that's fine, but you're going to have to go a bit of ways, probably about a mile out from where you're at and through the streets at night. Totally fine, just where you're going to have to go. So as soon as they say that, you say, all right, and stop running in a straight line as you kind of pause in your tracks and do the cartoon kind of, and start running to the right as everybody else kind of does the same thing, like, oh, okay, and they start following you directly behind. Zinnia team, you're fast, but you weren't expecting these rat folks to be faster than you. Penguin McCool at one point, Summer, so that you can keep up with these taller people and run as fast as a rat folk could. You basically throw them on your back and start doing like the rat four-legged run on the ground. So it looks like Penguin McCool's riding you just on top as he's not doing the like flipper like yee-haw thing, but he's just kind of holding on as he goes. Smoking off to the side. But there are two rat folk running on all fours as everybody else is heading forward. Zinnia, technically, that could be something that you do as well.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, it could, but it's not
I
going to be.
just have Atta like slowly flying like low behind me.
Right, Atta was on
in
your
my
shoulder, so
casual
Summer, we'll say that Atta had jumped off when you put Penguin up there.
Yeah. Can't have too many familiars in one spot, right?
Right. Yeah, Atta begins running alongside you, their team, as you all head further off down into the city. Faintly at this point, but you hear yet another scream coming back from the palisade, which must be 200-300 yards from you at this point. Solid distance to still be hearing him throughout this large city. The spear must have meant a great deal to him. Right. You all run through the city in the midst of the night. Many people are coming out as, again, the city is basically awake at this point, as Keynak has yelled out, at least in the richer district. So there are a few people sitting outside of their houses or looking around. You're not the only ones running, however, as others have suffered Keynak's wrath before, just seemingly no reason. And so some of them are grabbing their children and kind of like, all right, let's go. Let's not be here for this, running and heading towards the same districts that you all are, or just scattering in general. So as you're going, Zinnia, it's late at night. You haven't been here before. Roll me a survival to see if you can direct them to the right area.
Okay.
Can we?
That is survival. Oh, wow. 8, but then plus 5, so 13.
There we go. You're certain that you're heading in the general right direction, but you're not 100% sure where the inn is. You go for quite a ways as you all start to see the buildings go from sandstone to single-story sandstone to a rave in Drew's corner up there.
Sorry,
It's
lights went a little
passage
crazy
of
there.
time as you're going through. Going from sandstone to single-story sandstone to just kind of haphazard bricks. Some of them even just tents, wooden shacks as you're going through here. You remember the inn to just be a kind of a 2-story wooden building there, the richest building in that area by far, but still not a place that you would call rich by any stretch of the imagination. You start looking around, trying to find some sort of landmark where you think you remember it, but maybe you took a wrong turn at one point and you can't quite find it. You know you're in the right neighborhood. How are you going to try and find this inn?
Same way I found Keynak's place, just like ask, well, it's like 2 a.m., right? Are there people around? Are
It's
there
2
drunk
a.m.
people?
in a seedy neighborhood. There are plenty of people around and out right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what did you say the name of this place was? The Purple Platypus, right?
No, team. The blue ostrich.
Are we?
Blue Ostrich.
Yeah, it's got the long neck. That one. Have you seen an ostrich before?
Ostrich.
Yeah.
I believe I have, if they exist in this world.
I know.
I have heard of them before.
Are we familiar with this area?
You are circus travelers who got here this day.
But aren't we?
You are from
Been
here from when
really
you were a
busy.
babe and picked up
Right,
by
okay,
Mr.
okay.
Mittens.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. So yeah, if you want to ask around, there are a few groups of people in the corner where you're currently standing. There's a few people kind of pulling what are almost like rickshaws filled with goods going from one place to another. The goods are covered, and they seem to be walking around by other what would be considered like bodyguards. One or two people with a curved kind of scimitar-esque blade, not in any armor, as it doesn't look like they can afford it much. Many of them are not wearing shoes at all. A combination of humans, tieflings, and lizard folk really kind of inhabit this area of town here. As they're walking about, there's a small group of dragonborn women off to the side. There are 2 blue and 1 green dragonborn females off on one corner, and then there's a small group of human females off on a corner as well. The dragonborn female are just in kind of plain clothes. The human females are dressed in a little bit more scantily clad clothes, kind of implying their line of work that you almost got put in, Xenia, very recently.
Oh man.
His team's running by. He's going to puff out his chest a little bit. Ladies.
Y'all are stopped currently here as Xenia tries to find where you're supposed to go.
Uh-oh.
So.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Oh.
I'm gonna I'm gonna walk to the 2 human ladies because I feel like they'd be most familiar with the area.
Okay. Do the rest of you join her, or let Xenia kind of walk off real quick? Or Xenia, are you trying to go
I'll
by
join her.
yourself? Okay.
I was just gonna. If I did imagine they're like not that far away, right? So it's just gonna.
Yeah.
One
So
second.
all of y'all, Xenia says 1 second. So you walk over there. Team, you follow the 1 second rule, or follow along anyway?
I'll keep an eye on her, but I'll give her a distance.
I'll follow.
Sounds good.
I
You say 1
I
second.
trust these acro rats, sort of.
The rats folks kind of park themselves off to the side in an alley real quick while Xenia and team go to talk to these ladies of the night, we'll say. As Xenia, you approach one of them with kind of short blonde hair, as if cut short just for the weather that they're in, and one of them with a headdress with their hair tied up. You can't even tell what color hair they have. Both of them in kind of darker skinned, and they kind of look at you appearing, and they pause to look at you briefly, but before their eyes kind of go wide, looking at team walking a little bit closer. Can we help you?
Are they looking at team or looking at me?
Whatever she needs.
Both of them look at team for just a they looked at you before. Can we help you?
I'm gonna smile and look at team, like waiting for him to say something.
Whatever she needs.
And then I'm gonna just turn back to them, and I'm gonna take out a gold piece for each of them, and I'm gonna ask them, ladies, blue ostrich, which direction?
They snatch the gold out of your hand very, very quickly. Not too far. Just a few buildings down on the end. We have a room there if that's what you need.
I'll consider, maybe not tonight. Which way? And I'll ask for more specific direction so I don't get lost.
2 blocks down should be the 3rd building on your right.
Thank you very much, ladies. And then,
As you begin to walk away, one of them kind of stops team and just kind of grabs you by the shoulder real quick. I hadn't met an unwilling, and just wanted to see if it was really bone.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, I couldn't.
I oblige.
I oblige. She kind of like blushes a little bit, and she's that's not yet. Have a good night. She kind of walks a little bit back. Her friend laughs at her, a cackle of a laugh. I can't. You grabbed his shoulder like that, and just.
I'm gonna laugh too. I'm cackling too.
Salt and Summer, you see suddenly a laughing fit come off from the corner as Zinnia and Tim walk away from two ladies of the night over there. As one of them walks into a building off to the side before the other one just kind of laughs. And as she opens the door following her, she's like, "You'll never guess what she did," and closes the door behind her as Zinnia and Tim begin walking back over to Summer and Salt.
All right, let's go.
Right.
Lead the way.
Zinnia, you lead the rest of the group not very far. Team, you know where to go now too, so you both kind of head on over. Before, in front of you, what was once the nice inn of the Red Wagon Inn, you are now greeted by a inn with holes in the wood that you can actually see in the inn, a bunch of broken, busted out windows on the side. The door in itself is much more like saloon-like. There's no actual door. It's just kind of those two little saloon-esque doors that's basically saying, "We're open all hours of the night. Just come on in." As you see several patrons out there, where before there were animals tied to the stables. There is a stable here, indicating that this place might have once been in a richer neighborhood. However, now there's not much to be found here. It's just people hanging out off to the side there. There are two tiefling men just kind of leaning up against the stable doors there. You can see brandishing daggers on their side. They're talking back and forth between each other, but they don't appear to pay you any mind.
I'm gonna guide everyone to the front desk.
Okay. As you kind of open the
Well,
door. Oh, go ahead.
Survey the lobby. Sorry.
Yeah. So as you go on in, everybody who's kind of looking around, roll me a perception check. If your character
I'm not
doesn't
so much
really care
looking
about
around. I'm just saying to the rest, like, this place reminds me of a place out in the desert that was run down,
19.
looked terrible.
Unnatural 20.
20,
Nine.
19, 9, right. Team, as you look around, briefly feeling a little bit familiar, but then realizing not as familiar as you felt with the spear. You're not really sure what this place is as you come on in. You've been to seedy places, but this one is like you could blow on it and it would fall over. Zinnia and Salt, as you look around the room here, there are several parties of people. Zinnia, or actually Salt, first you notice there's similar kind of groupings of the different races. There's two orcs sitting across the table from two elves there, breaking bread together and drinking shots of an unknown liquid. Looks kind of brown. You can probably assume it to be fire water. As Zinnia, you kind of survey around the room, you see another small group of lizard folk off to the corner. These also appear to be like the bodyguard type, not much clothing, but brandishing large, intimidating scimitars. However, Zinnia, you do see that same group of three tieflings that you saw back at the Red Wagon Inn from before. Two males, one female. Red longhorns that kind of curl back, black hair, wearing adventuring-esque armor here. They were already in an inn before. They're
Was
here
it
at this
the
inn
furry
tonight.
armor, like the hot armor?
Yeah.
Hot.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, for clarification, I guess it's New Day. I need to make sure I do that. They're wearing armor that is not appropriate for the region. It is much more armor to keep you warm. So it's fur type leather with the fur still on it on the inside. So they must be dying, especially being tieflings.
Leather with the fur.
Got the whole
Oh.
inn.
The whole inn looking at him.
Can I reach into my top hat and like rummage around for the coin purse
Yeah, absolutely.
and
You-
go over to the desk?
Like a magic trick, you are walking up to the barkeep there as you climb your way up onto the stool and you pull out a small bag of coins. You're not sure how much is in there, but you set it down onto the table as the barkeep, a young dwarvish woman, turns around and takes a look at you right as you pull the coins out of the top hat, and she's like, "Oh, a magic type, eh? It's quite fancy folk around here."
How much for 2 rooms, love?
Your 2 rooms here probably cost you. Is it just the 4 of you?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, well then we'll say 8 silver for the night.
I'll pull out, I'll rummage in and see what is actually in the coin purse.
You open it up and take a look inside, and you see that 100 gold that the elvish woman talked about from before. There's 100 gold in this small coin purse here.
My eyes will go wide for a second. I'll reach in and I'll pull out 3 gold pieces and I'll put them on the table and I'll say, for the rooms and also for your discretion.
She sees the coins. Before you even begin to say the other stuff, she grabs the coins off the table and pulls them off the top and says, "Are you crazy? You can't be bringing out that kind of money around here." Fine. I'll give you your discretion, but God, so we can work in the back room next time. You don't have to do it so brazenly out front. She kind of takes a look around the room to see if anybody saw.
I apologize. I'm nothing but, if not a showman, so.
We don't need those around here. She reaches under the table, but your coin is appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Holds out 2 keys. The keys themselves are old iron, rusty keys. Salt, as you take a look at them, they are very, very like 2-tumbler-esque keys. Easy locks to pick. Why did you even have to pay for these rooms? As she slides 2 iron keys over your way, as you now have 2 rooms. They're up on the 2nd floor. They're the last rooms down on the end. There's no windows on them. Sorry if that's important, but we're out for the night.
That'll be fine. Thank you. I'll go and give it to my friends.
Right.
Give them a room key.
Much louder now and not as kind of whispery and dark and almost a male dwarf voice. She's right. Well then, can I get you a drink of some kind?
I kind of nudge everyone, saying we should probably head upstairs and finish the transaction.
Can we have some to go? Perhaps can you send some stuff up for us?
Right. You looking for ale or water?
Ale.
Ale. Right. I'll send you up 4 ales to your rooms here in just a little bit. I've got a few other
You
people
do
to
not
serve.
have to send one to me. I have no gold. You see, I
Or
gave
it's
it
fine.
to the man out front.
4 is good.
A few patrons look over as you're like, "I have no gold," very loudly. Okay, give it to the man out front. As the 2 elves sitting next to the orcs stand up and begin walking towards the door there. As she's like, "Okay, we'll make it 3 ales then. I'll send up to your rooms."
No, 4 is fine. 4 is
Sorry.
fine.
We'll cover the 4.
All right, 4. Make up
Yeah,
your
yeah.
bloody minds.
Food? Do you need to eat?
Penguin kind of is like, "Yeah, I mean, I'll eat."
Well, your best fish, and maybe just some bread.
Fish and bread, all right. She, and again in a very quiet tone, "You're gonna run out of that coin that you gave me if you keep making orders."
I'm sure we can fix that up.
Right. Fish, bread, ale. You know it's 2 a.m, right? But I'll send it up your way. She heads on to the back room. You can hear, much like an old
As-
diner, as you
Right,
can hear
as she
her
walks
yelling.
past,
Yeah.
can I sneakily use my tail to deposit 2 extra gold coins in her hand?
Ooh, absolutely. Roll a sleight of tail.
Sleight of tail. Sleight of tail, it comes at 21.
21, solid. As she's walking by, she's got the 3 in her hand that she's trying to keep clutched, but your tail, very quick, slides right under. She feels it and knows what happens and kind of looks back at you. And Summer, you're very used to Salt doing stuff like this. You both kind of give her a wink as she nods and then walks back over to the back into the other room. Very understanding now. But again, like a diner, you hear like 2 swimmers on a pack of rye, make it bleed, and that kind of like secret talk, but more dwarvish because I forgot because I can't do a diner dwarf.
Diner dwarf.
Diner dwarf. Hey, 2 swimmers on a pack of rye. That's what she needs. As now you are all in this room. Sans the 2 elves that I described before. Roll me a perception check real quick.
All of
Everybody?
us?
Yeah, everybody. Sorry.
Ooh.
14.
15.
Salt looks so happy about your roll. Drew got a 5. 2. Solid. Summer, at a 15, you hear a loud thud against the side wall right near the front door. Just a boom, as if somebody was pushed
Oh,
up
no.
against the wall very briefly. As you all find yourselves in the middle of the inn. You described like you were going to head up to the rooms. Is that still what you're planning on doing?
Yep. No one
Sounds
else
good.
said it.
Right. You all head back up. You still carry Penguin One Cool, this time kind of on your shoulder, as you're walking up to the second story. As you're going up the stairs, you can see there's really crappy stairs where like it's just a plank connected to the wall and another wall, and you can see underneath still, very hastily put in. And you can see down the hall, some of the doors are open still, and you can, as you're walking by, see a few people playing cards. There's somebody in one room, an orc who's passed out with a big black eye on his side, and 2 dwarves arm wrestling over some coin on the table with a lot of empty drink, or not caskets, but brews and cups and whatnot in there. Before you head back to your 2 rooms on the end there. One is on the left side, one is on the right. The keys kind of have the matching tags to the numbers on the room, so you can tell which rooms are yours. There are, as she described, no windows on this floor at all that you can see.
I invite
Probably a safety
Zinnia and
precaution.
team to jump into our room.
Great. You open one of the doors. As you go in there, the bed is not made. It is left exactly how the last patron left it in there. There is a trash can that's basically knocked over. The table is pushed right up next to 2 small chairs that are there. You can see the table is covered in tiny little knife scratches, as if somebody's been playing all 5 fingers on the knife, or on the table there, etc., for some coin. It's just one kind of double-sized bed, not even a very big one at that. But there's enough room for you all to at least sit on the floor.
Cool. So I'm going to have a little speech to them now. So you guys look like you could handle yourselves, and poke to Summer to pull out the spear while I'm talking. As you can see, so can we. And it looks like both of us are not invited in this town anymore. Now, you could probably walk out with this spear, but it would probably be better hiding in a hat until we get out of here. So what do you guys think that we knack her off and go somewhere else as soon as possible?
So as soon as they take it out, does it finally get to me, like what this spear reminds me of? Now that I see it closer.
Yeah, Zinnia, you roll a religion check, and Team, you roll a history check.
Come on.
It's very pointy, and it is quite golden and delicate looking.
And it hides pretty well in the hat.
I'm going to put it in and out of the hat. Oop, not going to do that again. I'm going to put it in and out of the hat and be like, whoop.
It's the old like, like, where's this finger going? Who knows? Team, what did you get?
Surprisingly, for once, it was a 22.
22, Zinnia.
Ooh. I got a 17 minus 1.
17 minus 1, 16. Zinnia,
Not smart.
obviously this spear has some sort of religious symbol on it with the sun there, but you just can't quite place where the sun is from. It's not anything that you've read about in your books and the travels that you've had coming here. You really want to figure out what this is, but you're racking your brain and you just can't figure it out. Team, however, like a That's So Raven flashback to the future, except the past, so a Not So Raven flashback at all. You, for a brief moment, you see Summer basically doing the in and out of the spear thing, but that's enough for you. That's enough for your memory to connect as you kind of flash back to a time. Suddenly, this is the first time you've had a real vivid memory of your past life. As you've seen this spear before, you see yourself standing on top of one of the great pyramids of old in the scorch with luscious green forestry all around. You sit there, or stand there, next to a throne atop the pyramid that is not your throne. You stand there in ceremonial garb next to other dragonborn just like yourself, where a king sits next to you, a great blue dragonborn carrying the same spear that Keynak is holding now. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of people down at the base of the pyramid awaiting like a speech to come from this blue dragonborn before he stands up and holds the spear to the sky as your memory suddenly kind of comes back to you as you're sitting there as Summer's doing that, ha ha, take a look at this spear.
Since I'm sitting on the floor, I would imagine I would actually scurry backwards away from the spear for a moment.
Basically, you
Never
suddenly
had a
Summer
memory
as you're doing
before,
that.
and that just like messed with me hard.
Suddenly, all of you in the room see your skeletal friend back without caution right into the wall on the side. A loud thud as his bones, very dry bones, hit the side of the wall. Atta kind of looks up, kind of curious, over at you and back over to the spear, and then back up at you as all eyes in the room kind of turn towards Team.
You right, mate?
Yes. I think that would be a wonderful idea for you to hold on to it in the hat, and for us to get out there. It seems, Xenia, if you believe so as well, that we make a pretty decent team.
I do. Agreeing, but also studying him. Like, what's happening?
You can check an insight on that if you'd
I have
like.
to say this. So, Macho Pug just said in chat, and it's the best pun all night. He was rattled.
Oh, beautiful. Macho Pug, you can have an inspiration.
Macho Pug inspiration. You said it from right
Is
first.
that what he gets? Does he get inspiration, or does he get?
Or does he get a GFY? I do GFYs on real bad puns, but that one was mildly bad. He could do worse. I need more
Challenge
puns.
accepted.
Insight check to my teammate.
Yeah.
That's a
Teammate.
3. Oh wait, 3 plus 5, 8.
Oh, solid.
Teammate.
You-
Ha.
Team. Oh man, you might need a
Green.
GFY.
So that's a it would be a deception, trying to hide how he's feeling. So that I rolled a 12, and that's plus 1, so 13.
I believe him.
You think that maybe he just had a spook for a moment. Maybe he thought the spear was like she was going to lose grip on it or something. You're not really sure. But he's a skeleton. He's acted weird
Very
before.
sorry about that. I thought you were about to impale Yvonne calls out of the hat, so never mind. I thought you were going to impale yourself. Sorry.
But you all are here with this spear inside this room. Penguin Von Cool and Atta also in the room, sitting and observing.
Oh, you
Sleep
guys
time.
look like you need a nap. You have looked better. You look a little dusty. Let's take a little rest, and we can work out how we're gonna get out of here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, if it is of any concern, I do not need to sleep, so I could keep guard if we happen to all want to sleep in the same room.
Oh,
Do we-
maybe I only need to get one room then.
Oh.
Sorry,
Well,
I did not mean for you to spend your coin before saying this, but I figured
It was your
probably
coin
best
anyway, it's
for
fine, mate.
It was your coin.
One's a distraction,
Oh.
anyways.
Yeah, we should let the dust settle.
Can we all fit in here? I mean, I know that we're large and they're small.
We're in there right now, right?
They would have no
Yeah.
problems, the two of them sharing the smaller double-sized bed. Xenia, you and Team, you could lay on the ground. I mean, you've slept in worse conditions, so it's not a big deal to lay on a wooden floor, but it's not the most comfy. It's a hardwood floor. And Team,
For
there's
me,
enough
I'll
room
just
for you to
sit
sit on the
there.
chair.
Yeah, I just sit down and I pull off one of my ribs and I. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? And I'm
You
gonna
all see
throw
the
it for
jackal like
Atta.
as he looks around for the bone as if you're gonna throw it. It's your whole like arm here as you're saying like who's a good boy holding the bottom. Your hand is like you are pointing at Atta as you're holding it and waving it around.
I think that I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Salt, but I think Summer and Salt are pretty used to roughing it. I think we'll get our packs out that we usually sleep on when we're traveling. This is a nice warm room. That's more than what we're used to.
They're
And you
offering
can
you
have
the beds and you.
Little balls.
Yes.
I mean, I grew up in a cave on the side of a mountain, so
So
really,
no one gets the bed.
I
We're all
mean,
All too polite.
I will sit on bed and
Penguin
keep watch.
Mongo jumps on the bed.
yes.
Team gets up and sits on the edge of the bed as Atta and the penguin both join him on the soft part of the bed, sitting there. Team having no need for politeness like this.
I just feel bad. I mean, you killed all those guys, and then you got the staff, and it's just you did so much, and not imbalance. You know.
We didn't kill those people. We just suggested that they die.
Before that, in the alley.
Summer, you can take a point there. That was good. Love it.
The alley guys had it coming.
You know, you did a lot of work. I feel like you just deserve the bed for the night.
Ha. Well, I'm still happy just to lie down next to Summer. It's all good. No bed for any of us. It's all yours, team.
I'll tuck Penguin Von Cool in. There you go, bud. There you go.
As he's like, hey, you know what? And he like puts the cigarette, not actual cigarette stick out on the table on the inside. He's like, it's nice to not have to sleep so close to the hat sometimes. As he lays down on his side, as Atta gets like right next to him on his face on the other pillow that's there, and is kind of like, not really breathing, but still somehow making dog-like jackal noises. As Penguin's like,
Except for like creepier, just.
yeah. Penguin kind of looks up at you, Tim. He's like, hey, is he gonna do that all night?
He very well might. He does
can
not
get
need
back
to
in the
sleep
hat.
either.
He rolls to the other side, aiming away from Atta towards. He's like, all right, just leave the fish out. I'll eat it in the morning.
Night, Penguin Von Cool.
That's my name. See? Lays down on the pillow there.
My sweet,
Right, here's
sweet, rusty voiced boy.
Smoker's lunged penguin.
As Penguin Von Cool's falling asleep, Team's gonna look to the rest of them and say, "It's I'm very impressed with. I knew you had good abilities to do things like stealth and things like that, but it was pretty awesome what you did tonight. And for you, Xenia, I am not surprised. I don't know why I came back to fight those elves. You could have taken them on by yourself."
It kind of hurt that hit, but I mean, you know, we're a team.
I
But
can always try and do a medicine. And he takes off like one of the bandages.
his dirty bandages.
Yeah, you saw him clean it before.
Oh, yeah, that he did. I could maybe some lessons in the morning. How about that?
Okay.
But I think it really is. Looks to the acrobats, really is a twist of fate for us to meet you two. I think we may do well together.
Well, it was a pleasure running into you. Literally.
I start snoring.
Literally.
Salt's sitting there next to the door, just kind of starts snoring, as does the penguin on the bed here. They are from a loud circus with lots of loud noises. You're sure snoring was never part of the stealth training that Salt had to endure. He does do a pretty heavy snore.
The chat
We'll get
is
some-
out of control. Just
Oh, I know. There's so many puns
Yeah,
going
the
on in there.
skeleton jokes are.
Oh, man. I got a bone to pick with them later.
Ah!
We're just trying to distract us so that we can't finish this game.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah. All right.
You all get some good sleep. I will keep watch. If anything happens, I will alert you. It's around for things to throw at people.
There's nothing. After, so it sounds like everybody's planning on getting some rest. It's like 2 a.m. Needs some shut eye, correct?
That'd be perfect.
Great. Being that Team doesn't really have to sleep and he's choosing to actively stay on watch this whole time, you all can get a full rest this time, including Team, because he doesn't have to sleep. He can just kind of enter a vegetative little state, very much like a warforged, as he sits on the edge of the bed, just watching the door. At one point, not very long into the rest, the dwarvish woman behind the bar there brings up 4 ales, a couple fish, not very large fish, just very small, almost like a plate of sardines kind of stuff, and some just one big loaf of bread on a plate up to you. It is not good eats at all. The fish smell, but hey, you know what? You don't have a nose. So you set the ales down as everybody's asleep right now. Nobody's actually drinking any of these, but they will be there in the morning if you want to have a nice warm Guinness type ale in the morning, though it's not designed to be drunk warm.
Look at it and say, I could always cool this down for them. It's no worries, and I could probably make it taste better too.
Oh, well, there we go.
Prestigitation.
As you're watching, then every now and again through the night, you start to see them get warmer as you just kind of keep them colder so that they are preserved through the night, ready for everybody to wake up. With that, six magic carp. Sorry, his name's going up so quick. 6 magic carp. Morning beers, nothing like it. As you're trained to wake up pretty early, Salt and Summer, as you're often on the road. You get a full night's rest, but after last night and both actually getting in fights and killing people and basically pulling off the heist of your life so far, you sleep very, very soundly. It's probably not 8, 9 a.m. before you wake up. Xenia, you do give Salt a run for his money with your lion-like snores. They're actually pretty quiet for most Leonin, as being that you are boisterous lions. However, compared to rat folk, it's still up there. It's just much more deep as you do your lion snores.
I like to think I'm curled up like in a ball. Not a ball, but I'm
of
curled up
course.
in like a C. But then like my paws are like this, and then like the
oh yeah, it does the little
yeah while sleeping.
I love it. Team, at some point in the night, you have Atta there, and you just kind of basically play tug of war with your bone back and forth as like you're basically handshaking your hand as he's grabbing the other end as he plays there. Eventually, you all wake up. Team, you chose not to wake anybody up. You just let them kind of arise after they did a good night's work for you. But with these rooms here, you slept pretty soundly. Think that everything went fine. With that, Salt, Summer, you're the first ones to wake up, and the commotion of kind of getting your stuff ready and together, and waking up Penguin as he's like, hey, is it time to get up? That kind of wakes you up, Xenia, in the room. Before this very small room, maybe like 5 feet by 10 feet, is now filled with people.
Well, I'm gonna try to stretch, but it's probably really limited.
Yeah.
The space.
It's more up rather than out. You can kind of like, you touch the corners of the room as you do so, and turn the other way, and your arm's like going over Team's shoulder here as you're doing so. But you know, still a good night rest, and you all get yourself a full rest.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Cat, you're crazy. You guys get
Right.
GFY. I'll give Chad a GFY next time they try and give me one and steal the sun spear.
Dude, back to back.
What, this old thing? Puts it back in the house.
Whoa, this.
What
He
amazing.
freaks out again. Oh my god.
Oh no.
All right.
Good morning. They brought these ales last night. Here they are nice and cold.
Amazing.
Morning
Nice.
beers.
I see the sardines and chuck them to my penguin bud.
Like a penguin from SeaWorld, he right out of the air just kind of claps them.
As I'm drinking. Yeah, we call these liquid breakfast where we come from.
Yeah.
As Salt starts downing it. It is a pint, and Salt is a tiny little rat fella. You can actually see his belly begin to get bigger the more he drinks of the beer. And as he walks around, it kind of jiggles just a little bit. He's very skinny, but there's a lot of room for ale in there. What are we doing?
Finishes it off. So guys, shall we look at a way to get out of here? We should bar me out really
I
quick.
think that would be a good idea. You are pretty sneaky. Would you feel comfortable going to do a small recon and make sure there are no guards around?
Can do, but we should really be thinking about crossing the desert. That's
There's no worries. It's just the
the
desert.
challenge.
Bree is muted.
For someone
I see
who
her
doesn't
saying
drink
something.
or read.
Soz. Just same
Yes,
sentiment.
makes
Someone
sense.
who doesn't drink or eat or, need to breathe, doesn't have skin to burn, it's probably less of a concern for you. I'm a close to albino rat person.
Well, that is good. You will reflect off heat.
Risk of sun cancer is pretty high.
Well, worst
Yeah, we
case
should probably look for,
scenario,
like,
we
a-
would find
Some sort of caravan, maybe. Hitch a ride.
Yeah.
that would be good.
You
Maybe
guys
we
are
can
from here, right? Do you know where we can find the caravan?
Would we know how to find the caravan?
Yeah. Roll a history check for me, Zinnia or team.
Those are like sand seals that we ride, like in.
That'd be amazing.
A 16 for me.
Ooh, history. You said.
Yeah.
15.
16 and 15. Real quick, because I like the idea of a specific animal besides just a camel. Chat, what sort of animals exist out in the scorch in this horrible, horrible desert that you could ride through the giant desert sands besides a sand seal, because that's already taken, and besides a camel, because that's not original? Give me some idea of a creature that people might ride through the sands.
Oh.
Great
You do know
desert
that there are
moose.
caravans that come in and out, though not very often, as they are just coming through the scorch is a really not fun place to be, and it takes 2 or 3 days to get out of the scorch, and you have to survive. They have to hire bodyguards just to actually sleep through the night as the monsters, not if, but when they attack, they need to be protected. And so there are caravans, but they're pretty tight knit. You'd have to convince your way to get into one, or actually have some goods that you're trying to send somewhere, or you can rough your way out through the scorch. That happens, though it's Bermuda Triangle-esque in how many people actually make it out.
Ooh,
Convinced.
massive
Have you met my sister?
I haven't been said in chat yet, but what about like a giant centipede type thing that was like a big train,
Somebody said a big
Oh.
old sandworm like Dune, and I'm kind of liking that idea. It's like actual bus or something that people can take.
that has like saddle
When I
type
get-
thing strapped on its back so that
Yeah.
there's different like compartments and things.
We just go full SpongeBob, and pioneers ride these rock babies for miles. No, I'm liking
Every time I
the.
kept seeing the giant lizards, all I could think about was Star Wars with the stormtroopers and that like weird lizard thing
There are
they
lizards
rode on.
in the scorch, like the one that Obi-Wan rode on too, and what was it, the third?
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
prequel.
Yeah. There are lizards called salamanders that are giant out in the scorch. Nobody rides them because they're not exactly safe to do so. But I also saw and continue to see giant armadillos, and that is thematically
That's adorable.
just badass. I'm too
Yeah, that's
Texan to not say yes to
cool.
that. So we're gonna say that there are giant worms as well as we'll say centipedes to be a little bit different than Dune, because I like that idea. Because there will be like sections that you can sit in that crawl across the sand, as well as armadillos for more the singular riding type that can survive the giant monsters because they just curl up into a ball until the monsters get bored.
What do you do though
We
on
have-
the outside?
Oh, you're screwed, but I mean,
The armadillo is fine.
yeah, the armadillo is fine. It knows to make its way back. It's a really wise investment for the owner.
I also like that the giant centipede is going to be like a train, and it leaves tracks in the desert.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. Love it.
Amazing. Now to go and defend one of these.
Yeah.
Work our way across the desert.
I love it. Let's make it happen.
Well, why don't we have a chat to the bar staff downstairs? And this seems like the kind of institution that knows what's going on around town, and we might see if we can't barter ourselves a seat on one of these land vehicles.
Sounds
Sounds
like a
good.
good idea to me.
Great. You all pick up your packs, whatnot. You stuff Penguin back into the hat and flip it kind of up and over. Very flourishing, as you always do.
Put
Stick
my
it right
rib
up
back
on the
in
top.
place.
Yeah.
Put your rib, put Atta up in the cage, or do you let Atta walk around?
I'll let Atta decide. Tell me, little Kermit, Jackal, what do you want?
Hey, I'm good to do whatever you want to do there, Tim. Do you want me to go out and check and see what's out there? I'm happy to do that, or I'll just, maybe take a little snooze inside your chest. Happy to. It's either way, fine with me.
Take a little cat nap. It is fine.
Okay.
Oh God, I went to like Stitch there for a second.
Yeah.
Why
Okay.
not?
I'll just hop right in now.
As he kind of climbs his way up your little spinal cord and up into the chest, as everybody else here is like from Atta, as you're like, come on, hop into the chest.
It's so roomy in here. I miss it.
It's like those goofy voices that people give their pets.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Imagine his pet. Oh, I love you so much.
Penguin Von Cool. The voice for Penguin Von Cool is the voice I gave to the little stuffed bear, the first bear I gave Kelsey when we were dating my now wife. She hates it. She hates the like New Yorkers, because I was like, it's your sweet little bear, and she's like, oh, that's nice. I'm like, hey, welcome me to your new home.
So that's how you made her a Rybo wife, is
Yep,
it?
exactly. That's how she said yes.
Ryan, chat's asking about Kermit. Some
Oh,
people were wondering where it came from.
so in all my previous campaigns, my most previous one, they had a familiar who was a hawk, and they named it Mickey. So I did the Mickey Mouse voice the entire 2-year-long campaign. And so last session, I asked, do we want to have a funny voice for this one? And it was a resounding yes, and y'all voted Kermit. So
Hey, Atta is Kermit now, and so anytime anybody wants to talk to Atta, well, at least Tim, because he can understand me, I'm Kermit.
Right here.
Yep, that's me.
Love it.
Sorry, I don't mind.
Oh no! Oh no! I love
So
it.
perfect.
beautiful. Right.
Oh,
So as we're walking down, right, can I tap Team a little bit on the
Yeah.
on I guess on the so I can't really reach his shoulder, and just say, so what do you do next with this spear? That you've been
This
wanting.
is a very good question. I feel once we get into a position more private than this sketchy place, we may talk about it more. But until then, we just keep it hidden. I would assume.
Great. Well, let me tell you a little bit about the gods that made this happen. This isn't an Amway, I swear. But just to let you know, the god of chat helped make this happen. So you should definitely give thanks to the god of chat when you have a chance.
Shade,
Chat. Yes.
wherever you are, thank you. You are the best, and I will give homage to you in the only way I know how.
This is canon now, right? Like chat.
GFYs given to us by chat.
I do like the idea that there is a god of chatter and gossip out there. And so maybe there should be a god of chatter and gossip and good fortune.
Yes.
Good and bad fortune. The god of luck and the god of chatter and gossip. I like it. We need to figure out what GFY
GFY.
stands for.
How do I appease this
God
god
for
of
you. I
chat?
don't know.
God for you.
little salt. How do I appease this god of chat? What tidings do I give?
Talks. Lots of talks.
Ah,
It really seems to like puns.
I'm not the best at puns, but I have noticed that you all are.
Here, let me
I
give
have
you
a
a hand.
strange feeling there is another god up there that is also good at puns.
We're
know-
all gods now.
He's the god of chatter, so he absolutely loves the playing on words and wanting to see them used in new and intricate ways. So we'll say that's canon, that he actually loves puns,
Can we
but
use
hates good
what
puns.
is it? What's the spell where you is it like divination or something? What is it? My brain's not working. Where you like try and commune with your god?
It might just be communion.
Is it
And he
commune?
speaks
Oh,
in
God.
puns.
Yeah.
Can we commune? I literally said the word. Can we use commune and throw decisions to chat?
Yes,
got it.
Zania, you were a cleric.
Yes.
It's such a good idea, but it's like 10
Cleric is-
percentile, right? Like it's such a small. Oh no, that's something else. That's
That's
divine.
yeah,
intervention.
divine intervention.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, what have
So
we done?
abilities chat.
I've introduced you to chat.
We should have to
Don't let
give
the
you
power
more
get
power.
to your head.
Salt and Summer worship the god of chatter.
Yeah.
The little speech bubble is the holy symbol.
It's just the Twitch
Oh.
logo.
Yes.
Just a Twitch.
I can imagine like professional gladiators that are sponsored have like, you know, like the gamer sponsor shirt with like Twitch, but they're actual like gladiators.
Sponsored by chat.
This is for you, chat.
An old god or a new god?
Oh
You,
no,
of
the
course.
new god, of course.
Yeah,
Right.
kept with the times.
Sorry.
With
Anyway.
that,
All right,
we make
find
our
a
way.
caravan.
This is a serious campaign, guys. I mean, how dare you? I will not stand for this. I will not have my plans derailed by 2 GFY points and change the direction of things on the whim. I will not have that. Not in my game.
GFY, GFY.
Right.
Chat just starts chanting.
GFY. Right. So
Oh, no.
you all make your way down the stairs into the inn. The dwarvish woman is no longer there to be seen, replaced by a dwarvish man of similar build and similar age look. There are other patrons down there in the morning, a few orcs, not ones that you saw from the night before, a few lizard folk fellows, and actually 2 dragonborn men, black dragonborn men. They're kind of off in the corner having breakfast. Looks to be like porridge and whatnot, just kind of bland, tasteless, cheap, but filling. As you're out now in the lobby, are you looking to stay here and talk to people, or are you looking to go out and venture to try and find a way out, or what are you wanting to do?
Or did Zinnia come back to us with where these caravans would be?
Did you leave them, or I thought you were with them? Maybe I didn't hear that.
Oh no, I thought I was just recalling where these caravans would have.
Yeah, she was just remembering that.
I would like to walk over to the 2 black dragonborn.
Yeah, absolutely. So as y'all are walking down, you see Tim kind of walk over to the other side. 2 of them are speaking in Draconic. Does anybody in here besides Tim, obviously he does, speak Draconic? Great. Bunch of gibberish to everybody. Very guttural, very Mordor speech. Etc. You're not even sure how Tim makes the sounds he does, but he mimics those sounds as he begins to talk. As they're sitting there just with some water and porridge, eating it up with a wooden spoon, before you just sit down at the table with them as they kind of catch your eye and look back. They have kind of the slick, like, fin type scales on the back rather than the ridge on the top that like the lizard folk do, as their scales are much more kind of like rounded over rather than sharp. Can I help you?
Would you like your food to taste better?
I'm sorry, not what I was expecting.
Not like a hello or how you doing.
Excuse my food to taste better. What are you talking about?
What is your favorite kind of food?
kind of looks back to each other. Not this slop. Like strawberries and cream.
Oh yes, very, very decadent. Team's gonna just like make a motion. He's like strawberries, and then use prestidigitation to make his porridge taste like strawberries and cream. And what about you, friend? Do you enjoy food that does not taste like this? No offense to you, sorry. Cook wherever you are.
You speak in Draconic,
try
and
hard.
suddenly, Team, as he's like reaching over their porridge bowl, he looks back over in a very deep, and looks back over to his group, and he's like, exactly. There we go. Beautiful.
Oh
That's
my
what we
god.
need. The one who you made it taste like strawberry kind of tentatively puts it up to his lips. And like just forgoes the spoon entirely and just starts shoveling it into his mouth.
Now what about you, friend? What do you like to eat?
I do like porridge like this, just not of this low quality. Perhaps if you could add some.
I will make it taste better. Better porridge.
Just a sprinkle
Better
of MSG.
porridge. Go ahead and take your point. You know you deserve it. Not a GFY. You can take an inspiration. The other one.
With that, he's gonna be like, now that we are now friends, would you happen to know where we could find travel, like giant centipede or, I don't know, giant armadillos?
Roll a persuasion at advantage. Or an investigation. Either one fits with this.
Why did you turn off phone? I need to see what I'm doing. Okay, I'll roll first and then we'll figure it out. That's a 15. Whoops, we rolled a 1 on authentication check. Well, that doesn't help.
Wow.
D&D Beyond.
Oh.
Sponsor us.
Succinct Ability said, this week's stream brought to you by Better Porridge. It's porridge, but better.
Better porridge. All right, so 15 plus... where is it? Persuasion.
Or
So it's
investigation.
14.
Or investigation. I don't know if that helps you.
16.
16. There we go. Which is as one of them, the one with the like strawberries and cream one. As you're finishing the better porridge and saying like, no, that we are friends.
Oh wait, hold on.
Tell me
hold
what the
on.
centipede. It's literally just
Salt Bae
cinnamon
style.
coming. Yeah, it's literally cinnamon coming out of your hands as you do this. That's all it needs to be better. That's the secret ingredient. As he's like,
Went the same way, Drew.
are you looking to transport goods, or are you wanting to get hired on?
We are just looking to get out of town, maybe go on vacation, just get out of the area. Take you that reason.
If you're looking just to travel, there are a few centipedes heading south into Colchester and Obervane. You probably can hitch a ride on one of them, but they're not cheap.
Do you know how much they cost?
We tried to hop on one, but we don't have the coin. They charge nearly 15 gold a person.
15 gold to the medicine.
What?
What?
What
No.
did you say?
What?
Sorry, went into Draconic with no meaning. Like, what?
Oh, okay. Hold on. What?
15 gold a person.
Right. It's swindling. It's, we offered our blades and our spears to defend the caravan, but they said they didn't want to trust the Dragonborn with the caravan. So they wanted lizard
Can we
folk, people
hear
who can
the
sleep in the sand. That's all in Draconic, so if you don't speak
Okay,
it, yeah. But they do sound like they're bickering, or very angrily at each other. It's not, but it does sound that way. Then you do see him spit onto the ground. What have you? I don't know. You're just bones. Maybe they'll take you for a hired hand, but if you have the coin, greedy, they'll take it.
I will not stand for this racism. Yeah. Let me talk to my group. See if you can join too. Come.
All right, hey, put the porridge down. This porridge is better. As he
Let
stands
him
up.
enjoy the porridge. It's fine. It's fine. I need to talk to them first anyway.
He's like,
I'm gonna walk back to the group.
he like dusts off his bowl, and sets his porridge back on there. I told you this porridge was better. As you head back on over to the group.
Better porridge.
Better porridge. It's porridge, but better. Team rejoins the rest of the group as you all see the yelling match that happened over off into the corner.
All okay?
You're all good?
Yes, we are all good. They were hungry. I made their food taste better. But long story short, I found out apparently a giant centipede cost 15 gold a person.
Okay.
But
I can think of more
They do
expensive
not
ways to get out of here.
I mean, fair, but at the same time, they are racist sons of bitches, and I do not appreciate this.
So, did you come up with another way of us getting out, or
No, not exactly, but we have two strong gentlemen over there that might help us. You say acquiesce a red. We might commandeer.
The centipede, or
I mean, we might with the help of Mr. Stealthy down there.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I want a centipede. It's not going to fit in the hat though. Yeah. So maybe we just lay low.
Regular
You know,
wood.
we can cover you if you need to be covered, and you can pay us back later.
it's not a
I
tab?
appreciate. Question for you once more. I hate asking, but would you be able to possibly help these two get out of town as well?
I mean,
I will pay you back in full.
That's 6. Someone gets her tail and her fingers and her toes out and tries to count how many gold pieces that is. It's like
90.
It's like 700 gold pieces.
I don't think that is correct. I am. I think you miscount.
Oh, you carried the tail. You shouldn't have carried the tail, sis.
90. Okay, well, collectively, what do we got?
Well, I gave you all. I gave that gentleman outside last night all my gold.
I think collectively we've got everything, Summer.
Yeah. So we had 36 from you, and then we had.
Or I can do this. Hold one moment, Xenia. May I pull you aside, please?
On my
Xenia.
list right now, Bree, I've got like 170.
Xenia, might you be able to spot these two fine men? And I will pay you back in full.
So I did roll
No, I
really
am
high.
good for it.
I know. I mean, I have 63 left. But I don't think that should be enough. But then that's it. How are we gonna eat when we get to where we're going?
This is true. I try my best, but I will go let them know.
Hold on. Where are we going? And is there a way that we can make this work to our advantage? You know, if we get to the end point, can maybe they help us out with the job? You know.
Yes, absolutely. From what they were saying, the centipede is going south to a new city that I absolutely remember.
Yes, me too. I never heard it, so it's not my fault that I've forgotten.
I feel like it's northeast, but what do I know? I'm just a little fledgling rat.
Okay, look, I think maybe you go back, you have a chat to your friends, and you work out something that's going to benefit the whole group. We confront them now, but maybe they owe us a favor of some description when we arrive at our destination.
Sounds like a good idea to me. Team's gonna look back to the other two.
It's gonna scare me every time.
I mean, chat knows we have enough enemies at the moment. We could use some friends.
Chat knows. You already
This
have
is
a
true.
pointer. I'd give you one. Beautiful. So well integrated. As
and in his famous words, GTFO.
Yeah. His name, GTFO.
oh, what have we done?
hey,
What have we done?
So, question for you: if we were able to
Great ride,
acquiesce
Tuesday.
seats for you to ride with us on Centipede to go out of town, would you do this for favor once we are out of town and maybe help our group?
They kind of
Speaking
look.
of, I am team, and he's gonna look to and do his classic. Ana ataran team himotranu, wachada atanuawa. Pointing to Ana,
Jeez, I don't know
which
if y'all
they
heard.
probably still don't speak the language.
They definitely don't. Good lord, I don't know if y'all hear that. There's like a 20-second long thunder outside. It's spooky
That's
outside here.
thunder?
Yeah, that's
Wow.
thunder. It's super close. So if I
That
lose
was
power,
impressive. I thought that was
sorry.
a plane.
Yeah,
Oh
Look.
no.
You need to please chat God.
yeah. Please, don't lightning us, please, chat god. As they kind of look quizzically, and as you say somebody said that, it's chat laughing. As you say the words that confuse them, they. I won't speak your language. Before I give you a name, why are you doing this? Why are you taking us? What favor are
Because
we
I
to do
told
for
you.
you?
I told you, I do not stand for racism. This is bullshit.
He looks over at his friend. Right. He holds his hand out, and traditional Dragonborn style, you do kind of the like grasp on the arms there. Though his is more grasping on a bone. It's kind of odd for him to do it that way. As he, fine, we'll come with you. My name's Arakai. That over there, and the other one speaks up. He's like, my name's Rarbert. Rawrbert. As the Arakai nudges him on the side, and he's like, "Choose your real name." He's helping us, and he's like, "No, I'm using my bodyguard name. I don't want people to know my real name. Just call me Rarbert."
Sure, Robert.
I am sorry, this is the best name I've ever heard. Robert.
You say
Oh,
no.
He looks very proud, like he came up with the best name ever, and Arakai is like,
This is so good.
Chat is pleased.
"Chat is pleased."
Thunder
Good.
stops.
Thank
Give-
you, chat god.
Somebody said Rybonator gets inspiration. I'm hoping other people follow on that.
I mean, I'm about it.
I mean, for sure,
That's what-
Robert is
Oh.
a great name.
Yeah, give me that inspiration.
There you go. Take a point.
To be fair,
Yeah.
I didn't come
In
up with
fact, where
it.
you're rolling, take
I
two,
prayed
right?
to Chat God, and they gave me the name. So
your delivery was flawless. Like, I
Okay.
didn't expect that.
It was.
I think we should only use it for Robert.
I can only use it for him. Fair enough. We'll call that good. As he looks over there, like beaming with pride, and the other one just, he's like, "We will help you." Robert leans over. "Yes, you have my spear. I'm happy to help. Get us out of this hot hellhole."
Oh.
This is the plane. Do you speak common?
They reply back in common. "Yes, we speak the common tongue."
Come meet the group.
They both stand up. Robert kind of finishes off his better porridge and throws the bowl down on the table before they walk over. As they stand up, you see them both in chain armor as they stand up walking your way. Robert having a long spear that goes over his back, and Arakai holding a sword and shield, kind of curved scimitar-esque sword of the land here, as they walk on over to the rest of the group. "Oh, and well met."
This is
Yeah.
group.
Why?
We have
Hey, mate.
Zinnia, my Rajul al-Din. We have... They are very good.
Oh, right
Here.
folk. We don't see them much.
Robert?
That's because usually we're hiding.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
G'day, it's nice to meet you.
Very sneaky.
they
We're
all
excited to
shake
have you
hands and. So I understand we're gonna owe you a favor.
yeah, I just might want to forewarn you that this is a bit of a delicate area. You may have noticed that not everyone's the kindest folk around here, and so we make sure that we're really kind to good, solid people like yourselves. But we've had less sound interactions with some other folk around here, so we might need some support and some discretion moving forward.
Discretion we can do. We travel well, especially at night. We're on it. Are you needing to leave today? We have nothing but what's on our backs. We can leave now if need be.
What do you think,
Bloody
team?
good
Now,
plan.
yeah, now seems like a great time to
That seems like great idea.
yeah.
I'm tired of this bullshit city. It is done.
Good.
I'm
Give
tired
me
of
someplace
sadness.
colder for
It's
once.
in my joints.
They kind of pull open they have like brown leather cloaks to keep the sun off of them, as where being black scaled, the sun would just beat down on them while they're out there. So they have cloaks just to kind of cover up their skin as they go through old timey sunblock.
Awesome.
Do you guys have any means of concealing your identity, Tim? Do you you're quite distinguishable.
Cloak? You want me to hide in cloak? I can hide in cloak.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
don't know if that does good.
I think it's probably for the best, right? Zania,
It
what
works
about
for
you?
me.
Love? Can you
I
look-
do not, unfortunately.
we could probably find you a cloak, right?
We
Yeah.
can just move fast, I guess.
Yeah. It just seems like old mate's got a pretty good following in this town, and we annoyed him pretty badly last night. I don't think we'd want to be recognized this morning.
Who did you annoy?
Oh,
No, but he was this guy. He was down there.
Assigned to my sister.
He was very angry. It was miscommunication. It was all.
Roll a deception.
Oh God.
can I assist him with that?
Yeah. How are you assisting him?
Just nodding and being like, yeah, it's not really inconsequential, really.
Got to give me a little bit more than that to give him some aid.
Look, yeah, we ran into some people. They weren't the best interactions, but like we said, we're never messing with kind, nice people. This guy is no one to worry about.
At the same time, Ryan, I'm going to try to distract. So, have you heard about the God of Chat?
All right.
Yeah, you can roll with advantage then.
That's a deception +1. That's a non-natural 20.
Not nat 20. All right. Let's see. Oh, that's good because I got a 19. Right. Oh, yeah, he must be just nobody. And yes, we worship the god of Cheddar.
Yeah. Chat's the word.
Well,
Chat
I
with
need
you.
to learn more about this jet.
Yes.
Sounds like good.
He can be, but he can be harsh and unforgiving. He can take all that you have away, all your laid plans away like that. If you're not careful, you must appease him at all times, lest you suffer his wrath. What?
He has many
If you're in his
faces.
favor, it's nothing but boons, benefits, and clear skies forward.
I like it. Well, should we start our adventure?
Don't see why not. Let's head out to the north side of town. They'll have
To the caravan.
bugs that you're looking for.
Oh, let's go. Along the way, I'm going to keep my eye out for anywhere that might be selling cloaks or blankets or anything that we can hide our friend under. so she's less,
Tall.
whew, yeah, noticeable.
Sounds good. As y'all are walking out of the area, you see that the city, now in the daylight again, is once more bustling and absolutely full of people as you're walking through. Even in this small, kind of dingy, not good place to be in, there are a myriad of people going back and forth with goods. A lot more of those kind of rickshaw, one or two bodyguards following them as they're going through this area, carrying carts and clay jars and pots through filled with who knows what in this area. The sun is out. It is coming down pretty harshly. In the distance, off towards the west side. Sorry, you're going to see me do that every time for directions. Off to the west side. I need everybody to roll me a perception real quick.
Big old +0, so it's an 11 for team.
Jackie looks
3.
happy.
I'm spending
Another
so much
natural
time talking
20
about
for the
chat.
next. Sorry.
Oh, snap.
Nat 20 from Zania. Right. So as y'all walk out, the two Dragonborns following with you with their cloaks overhead, trying to look for a good spot to just walk out and get in between people. Zania, you look over the crowd, always looking to the skies, as you do with your god, and far off in the distance, miles away, but could be here in an instant. You've seen these before. A sandstorm does appear to be approaching off from the side. It's something that you might have to deal with in minutes. It could be hours, it could be days. It's hard to tell at that distance. You can never know when they're going to hit. And as such, people are just going to go about their day until it begins to hit. Being in the city is helpful. Being out of the city is a rougher time if you're out there. So, something that you notice.
It's a
I
sign
relate
from
to
chat.
it.
Sign from chat.
Oh, sandstorm. They can get pretty nasty.
Oh. If they
Can't
are
even see
coming, we
your
may
hand in front of your face.
we
We
should
goggles.
wait.
Will those help?
Should we wait? Should we wait until we travel?
I mean,
if
we
there's
haven't
going to
got
be a
friends
storm,
here.
unless there's some sort of rush, then possibly waiting a day or two might be better.
Seems like
I
something.
feel
positive.
like we will
They-
be alright.
If you want to brave it, that's fine. We've
Yes, we are strong, willing people.
Why don't we just go book a seat on this centipede, and then I'm sure they'll tell us if they're traveling or not.
Yeah, we'll get a comfy seat, right?
Yeah.
Of course. Right towards the
Backseat.
butt. Yeah. They've got centipede's got a squishy booty. You know, it's way better to hide back there. As y'all are in the streets, then the Dragonborns, Robert says, "Come, follow me. I know the way." As Arakai kind of rolls his eyes and he's like, "I had to show him the way." As he kind of begins walking off in that direction as well. You found some help that might be able to get you there a lot quicker than having to find it yourself, so that's good. They begin walking through the streets, and as they do so, I need one more perception from everybody.
More than 2. 19.
Natural 20. Finally.
No, that must be nice.
Feels real good.
Sorry, but
Oh, okay, yeah, I bet it does. It feels really good.
damn, Jackie.
Zinnia's getting to me. Her cockiness is coming through.
Right. As y'all are walking the streets, Salt and team, as you're going through, you see a few signs. You're not sure how they got here this quickly. That as you're walking by, you see a sign posted up on the wall that reads, "Wanted, spear, sun spear, reward, 10,000 gold."
Oh, wow.
I could use 10,000 gold.
A bonus if you bring the head of the man who stole it.
Oh no. I didn't see it. I rolled a 7. Did you
didn't.
see it, Salt?
Salt and
Oh,
team
yeah.
I'm actually
Oh.
going to snag
Imagine
that off
Salt
the
eyes
wall.
just go ching with like
yeah.
I'm going to snag it off the wall. Say, oh, what a stupid person to steal such a valuable thing.
Do you you kind of say that out to the group?
Yeah.
Huh. The two Dragonborns stop and take a look at the flyer too. Someone stole Keynak's spear, huh? I don't envy them.
I
Yeah.
do not envy them at all.
Right?
Hate to be those guys, right?
So that way, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. Sorry. As they continue, as you don't give them any indication otherwise, they keep walking over towards the west. As you see many people crowding around some of the smaller signs that were put up, just like the one that you grabbed. There's a lot of chatter as people are looking at these posters that were hastily put up on the wall around the city. There are not very many of them. They were just trying to get them out as quickly as possible, so you only see one like every 8 or 10 buildings. But they were put up super duper fast. Keynak has much influence here within the city. As you can see, some of the crowds that you're walking by, many of them are all kind of like trying to form like small posses. Like, oh, maybe we could find the spear. 10,000 gold. We'll be kings, right? Talking back and forth. But you can see a few scuffles breaking out. Well, where were you last night? I was just at home. It's like, yeah, but you stole the spear, and he stole the spear. Everybody, there's a small gnomish man who suddenly finds himself on the wrong end of a crowd beating between a large amount of people. After a few seconds, the gnomish man is hoisted up overhead, bloodied and bruised all over, as several people are carrying the gnomish person off back the way that you all came last night from the streets. You can tell this is not a fun place to be, but the two black dragonborn that you're following with kind of people as you head on further and further to the west. Zania, you saw it first, and as everybody else can see it a little bit further now, the sandstorm appears to be getting closer and closer. You'd estimate that you probably now have about an hour before the sandstorm hits. It's not too much further. Oh, wow. How did you know that? It's not too much further. We can get to the bus and be on the way if you want to head out in the cover of the storm. Must have pissed off the wrong man. Not able to make the connection
Like
themselves.
it was misunderstanding. He didn't see it that way. But it would be best if we headed out in cover of Sandstorm. Would probably be good.
Yeah. Do they have like sleep-in capsules on these centipedes? Do they have like covered areas, or is it just like a you're on the back type?
You recognize that it is a giant bug, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Then no.
Right. It's not like a strap-on type situation. No. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, I guess we just huddle up then. I guess.
Who would think of strapping a saddle to a bug? They've got so many. As like the two dragonborns kind of talk back and forth to each other in Draconic. So Tim, you hear this kind of like
I giggle
city
occasionally.
folk. As they kind of just are laughing. They kind of bring you in
Talking
on the
smack.
joke. Yeah, exactly. You'll walk for a solid 20 minutes or so down the street. As the storm appears to be getting closer, a lot of people are taking like their tapestries that they're selling, and stalls are kind of packing up, planning to come back out after the storm passes. But for now, people are starting to get their stuff and get off of the streets rather than be on it. So the streets are a little bit more cleared. It's easier to walk to and fro now. As they're going. One thing that you do see is a lot of the guards in the city have since stopped watching the stalls and watching people, and instead are walking to and from these small buildings where out they're pulling up these large slabs of thin sandstone and laying them over the canals, trying to prevent any sand from getting in this waterway. As you can see, pretty much every guard throughout the city is busy and focused on doing that, as if it's more important than any theft or thievery going on. I need Salt specifically to roll, actually Summer too, roll a perception.
Just not rolling perception today. 4.
Sounds good. You all see that, but nothing else as you continue walking. Now, about another 10 minutes, you can tell the storm's maybe about half an hour from hitting, and it starts to be gaining speed. It is very, very tall as it gets higher and higher. You're familiar with these. They can be bad, but as you can kind of see in the distance, you actually hear kind of a almost like a thunderclap or lightning streaking across the sky as these sandstorms have a lot of energy inside them. And it's being stuck out them would not be a super fun idea, but you know, when options are limited, it's what you got to do. You all eventually are getting towards where you can see the end of the city. There's less buildings, and you can start to see more things like cart storages, camels, armadillo rentals, etc., which maybe we'll call them armaldos. Nah, that's a Pokemon. Armadillo's fine. Or armored dillo. We'll call them that. An armored dillo. As you're getting closer and closer, you get to the end, and you can see the back end of Centibus as you're coming out. You can see a lot of people packing up and throwing goods onto the back of this hard-shelled carapace on there. Many of them tying ropes of these goods down onto the hard shell specifically onto the back of this before you all come out the other end of the wall that's near this side of the city. It's not a very tall wall, maybe about 10 feet up, but it's mostly just to keep any of the big monsters away and at bay and at least get a shot at them before they get in. The two Dragonborns, Erakai says, "Come, we might be able to get on before this one heads out. It looks like they're leaving hastily. Do you have your coin?"
Sure do.
Good. Come, as he begins walking forward. They kind of do a jog at this point, trying to get up to the head of the caravan there. You can see several people have kind of their, what were like wrapped around hats they pulled up and over their nose and mouth now. You know, very COVID, just with their eyes out now. There are some, Xenia, as you described, with goggles that seem to make this trip a little bit more often. There's one person that you get a little bit closer to towards the front who seems to be just sitting on the top of this centipede-esque thing. Has about like 10-foot by 10-foot segments, and there seems to be about 15 of them. This is a long beast, and its head itself, like the mandibles, seem like they could just bite you. And it doesn't even need to bite. You could just go in its mouth. It's so large enough to where it can just bite you. Yeah, exactly. It would have no trouble swallowing you whole before the Dragonborns begin talking to the man who sits atop this centipede with literal like lasso type reins that go around it, as it has like a bridle right in through its mandibles there that are bolted into the mandibles themselves rather than like in between or anything like that. They seem to be bolted or welded on to its little threshers and mandibles. As this man sits there, huge, long gray beard going down what you would imagine to be past its toes if he were to ever stand up and off this thing that comes out of its giant little head with a literal scarf wrapped all the way around his head. You can only see two small little green slits where eyes are. They seem to be made out of green, almost like bottle-like glass, as he's talking down to the Dragonborn in Draconic as they kind of speak back and forth. Tim, you hear them kind of converse about, no, we have the coin to come now. We're not looking to guard. We have the coin. We want to be paying passengers. As he's like, no. We don't have any more room. No. The coin's not enough. We need. We've got to get going. You see the storm over to the side? No. We don't have the room.
Overhearing this, I'm going to grab Summer and escort her up to this gentleman, and then look over to the two Dragonborn and Draconic, say, "Don't worry, we got these." Summer, it appears they are trying to get out of here quick, and he says he has no more room, but it sure looks like there's at least one compartment left open.
I do think that there looks as though there is enough room for our party to join.
I don't see no room, and not back there. No.
Is there actually room, Dan?
It seems to be like it would be a tight fit, like you'd have to kind of squeeze and sit kind of, like this next to people. The rat folk would have a far easier time, but Team Xenia, Robert, and Erakai are going to have a rough time trying to fit on there. But you possibly could if you could convince the people you're sitting with to scooch.
Yeah, charm person, and I'm gonna tell him that there's definitely room.
Oh, you're gonna
And
cast charm person? What's the save?
Yeah, room. Wisdom save 13.
Wisdom. You know what? We'll just say that all the dice do whatever you guys want tonight. I love it. As he's like, no, we don't possibly have any room. As you're like, I think that you could make some room, really, honestly. As he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I could never possibly leave such a beautiful damsel rat folk like yourself out here in the sand. Yes, please, if you have the coin, please just head on back. Find any space that you can, but that will be 15 coin a person.
I think it was actually going to be slightly less than 15 coin, and I think you may have had some garments for us to wear, or you could guide us to someone who has.
Roll of persuasion.
How does it work when they're charmed? Let me get
My
this
DC
up.
is just going to be awful.
Just to be a horrible, horrible person. So the word you charm a humanoid, it must make a wisdom save. It's charmed by you until the spell ends. It regards you as a friendly acquaintance. Yeah, there you
Does
go.
he have a belt pouch?
Does he have...
Persuasion.
Yeah, persuasion.
Okie dokie. Okay. I'm pretty persuasive. That's gonna be 18.
18. Solid as he's like, but I fine, I wouldn't want you to get, as he has like his cloak and cape, as he's like, I wouldn't want you to get hurt. I can stand it, as he takes his cloak off, and he's got his like head protection, which is basically like 2 large blankets. His whole head is like a beehive covered in this cloth here. As he's like, you and your friends, I wouldn't want you to be hurt. As he starts taking them off and hitting. As he does so, you can see like thin wisps of hair on his head that are super long and absolutely going to flow in any sort of wind at all. And his face is like pockmarked just from possibly experiencing sandstorms like this without that face guard before. He's gonna have a rough time at it once more, but he hands you what would be at least somewhat protection for those who do not have a cape, which would be Salt, Summer, and Zinnia, who might need some protection like this.
Where do we? Is he like commanding this beast kind of thing?
Oh yeah, he's like the, yeah.
Okay, I will help my friends get dressed. I'll pay him. How much are we paying for this?
It's 15 gold. 15. I need 15.
Are you sure? You sure you need 15? Didn't we say that? Because there was like the last minute fare. You know, you're not going to be able to sell these seats now. Surely 10 will suffice. 10 per person.
He sees the storm getting closer, and you can see his glasses almost kind of, it's 15, get on, or I'm leaving without you.
Okay. I pay him the gold, and I kind of hurry.
So that's 90 gold you give him.
Where does he put the gold?
He sets it right behind him. He's got a couple of chests that he has like wrapped down to the little segment that he is on the centipede here.
Can my tail get to the pouch?
Not from where you're at. He's kind of up high right now. The thing is not only like 5 feet up in the air, but like actually in the center of it. So
All right.
not saying you can't try later.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'll make a mental note of where it is.
I think that we should probably go to. I'm just going to kind of whisper this to our friends as we go to get on the centipede bus. I think we should probably sit at the back because I'm guessing we're going to be on this centipede for more than an hour. And in an hour, he's going to know that I cast a little bit of a spell on him, and he's not going to be happy about it.
Well, you cast a spell to get us on here? Robert goes, I like her. Let's go.
I'm sitting with you, buddy.
As somebody said, why am I making glasses over my glasses? I don't know. I never know. So you all run to the back. As you're trying to get to the back of the centipede, he's already as this thing starts crawling its way over the sand. So you're gonna have to jump to get kind of up on this thing and pull yourself up. It's not too high. It's easy to do. There's enough rope on the side of each of these little back pieces to grab yourself on and hoist yourself up. You do have to squeeze yourself on. You're next to a tiefling family. Zania, you seem to recognize this tiefling family again from before. As you scooch next to them, as they're like, "What are you doing?" And you're like, "Sorry, last minute." As you kind of push yourself on here next to them, as you're all kind of huddled and squeezed onto this little second to last carapace right on the back. It's much softer than the front. It's a newer one, but with that, with the sandstorm off in the distance, the loud crack of lightning and thunder coming from the massive energy that's in the sandstorm, as you all are going to try and ride the centibus away into the scorch and away. We're going to pause it there, and we'll continue next week as our folks ride the giant centibus through the sands.
That was a great session, y'all.
Holy, you stole the sun spear!
We did.
Right?
It fell into the hat.
Wow,
I have no words.
it was asking to be taken.
It wasn't that.
For chat, there's a question in there where we post our doodles. You can send them to any of our socials, or we actually made a Gmail account for this thing. You can send them to redwagonin@gmail.com.
Absolutely. And if you send them to our socials, I'm going to retweet them because they're dope. I did that for the last one. So if you send art or anything like that, I'm going to show them at the beginning of the next stream as well. But it's giveaway time. We've got 2 minutes left. So let's get one more giveaway in. If you haven't entered the giveaway yet for the Golden Die Hard Dice Gold on Gold set, go ahead and do !LUD now. I want to make sure that you have your entry to get this awesome set.
Yeah, good job. Good job. They're getting in there. I did see some people who were having a little trouble with it. Make sure that you're following the Twitch as well. That's the only thing that might be
Causing some issues.
Yeah.
Great. Well, on the next Lore Forge on Monday as well, we have a couple things going on. I think we're either going to be making another map, or we might swap it up. And as I said before, I'm going to be developing a book of the campaign world. We may be making a custom class, so if you want to come join in as we develop one of the classes, I'm happy to have you on a Monday.
Now, Rye, are we as players now allowed to go back and watch that episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can absolutely, because there's a lot you missed in the palace, actually, and I'd be happy to show it off.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Because both me and Jackie went into that video, and then we're like, oh, we should probably not be here.
I may have watched it already, but I was a good girl.
Cheater.
I didn't go for any of the stuff.
Chat, get her.
Chat gods are not pleased, Summer.
Bree knows, but Summer didn't act on any of Bree's knowledge. Okay?
Much appreciated, Summer.
Good work.
Right.
Chat is now a deity in this world?
Oh.
Yes.
Praise chat.
Right. It's 11.
Hour.
Let's stop the giveaway. Thank you
All
for
right.
all who entered, and let's see who wins.
All right. Entries are closed.
Boom. Raffle is going on. It can no longer enter.
You ready for the drum roll?
All
Sounds
right.
like purring.
Yeah, it's just purring drum roll.
Oh,
Noblesse oblige. I don't know how to say your name. Noble S.
Luigi.
Woo. Noblesse oblige.
Oblige.
Oblige. You win at the
Hey,
dice.
Congratulations.
I'm so happy for you. I make it. I send you these dice as quick as possible.
Now they are cursed.
They are cursed. I don't know if you want them, but I'm going to send them your way.
Hopefully they will do better for you than they did for Rybonator.
Hey, the gold ones didn't do too bad. I rolled some 19s. It's the other ones that I got to break in. But awesome. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Congrats, Noblesse oblige. And we will catch you next time. We'll be working on a new class design on next Monday's Lore Forge. And tune in next Tuesday for another set of giveaways from Drew and Jackie. Thank you all so much. Have a fantastic day.
Yay.
Hey, y'all. Good morning.